it off right. We got in the house tonight. We gonna start this all right. Yeah, New Orleans in the house tonight. Do it, baby, stick it, baby. Do it, baby, stick it. It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Oh, where they at? Who? 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 Do it, baby, stick it, baby. Do it, baby, stick it, baby. Do it, baby, stick it. Stick it, baby. Do it. What's going on, everybody? Girl, it's so much. It's so much, girl. Okay, shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all following BondyBlue Bites. I'll be reposting a live from yesterday in, pieces over there. My mic is low. My mic is low. Oh, I see. My bad, y'all. That was an accident. Do it, baby, stick it, baby. Do it, baby, stick it, baby. Do it, baby, stick it. Stick it, baby, do it. Is that better, y'all? Shake that ass. Oh, we all know how to slide into the pussy pop. Is that better? Okay. It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Oh, where he at? Who? That's what I was saying. Y'all can hear me now? My bad, y'all. I didn't realize I had accidentally slid my sound. Girl, before we get into the show today, I got a plethora of topics for y'all. I was posting over there on BondyBlue Bites, right? And I saw that B Simone did a sit down with that lady, Sarah Fatno. Y'all heard me discuss her sometimes because she goes viral ever so often because she's like, head general in charge of the Pick Me Squad, right? I don't know why this is confusing for people because everybody wants to be slow these days. But a pick me is a woman that will do anything to be picked by a man. She will put all of her own wants and needs. She will self-abandon so that she can be picked by a man. Okay? The truth of the matter is it's about 95, you know what? I'm gonna say about 80% of the women in the world tend to be pick-me's in one way or another. Okay? And it's not until you have to actually be like a person that's not, connected to somebody. Once you figure that out for yourself, then you can maybe stop being a pick-me because, I'm married, but I am not a pick-me. I'm not. Okay? And so these two things can happen at the same time. It's a desperation. Yes, you hoes are desperate for men's validation. And I don't think anybody should be desperate for men's validation because men are weird. Men are weird. Okay. And so the old women used to say, that men would, just they finicky. They finicky. They can just change their mind at a whim. And so you as a woman cannot base your personhood off of what any one nigga says because these niggas will change their mind and you will have built your entire personhood around the idea of a woman that you thought this man had. And eventually you find out, no. Everything he said he liked about you, he was willing to go suck on the cooch of a girl who was the exact opposite of you. Like we've learned that over the years, right? So when I saw the video, I just wanted to see what they were saying in the comments because I don't care to hear what Sarah Fatno has to say because I don't trust anything coming out of her mouth. I think she, I told y'all, I think the lady's DL because I'm trying to understand why every post from you is about another woman and what she doing with her coochie. It's odd. It's odd. The emotion that she has behind how women are relating to the men that they're in relationships with, it is just very, very odd. She's a patriarchy princess. And to me, she is one of those people that in the black community, she promotes conservative propaganda. And because she's doing it from a light-skinned black woman's face, y'all won't perceive it as the conservative propaganda that it actually is. She wants y'all to stay with niggas no matter how fucked up the niggas are. She wants y'all to not care about being seen in a relationship. She's the one that told y'all it's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy house, happy spouse. And it's just like, okay, girl, if your nigga is happy, why are you this upset? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. But she decided that she wanted to come up with something. And it's so funny that it didn't make it off YouTube. I didn't see it make it to any of the blogs. But the way the comments was running it up because they thought she had come up with something magnificent, y'all. They was like, oh my God, it took all of this time for the women to come up with a response to pick me. Do y'all want to know what her response to pick me is? I'd rather be a pick me than a skip me because you got skipped. So the assumption is when somebody calls you a pick me for getting on the internet berating random women on behalf of niggas, girl, because it's so stupid. It's so stupid. You mean to tell me you think that everybody that's calling you a pick me hasn't been picked by a man? Girl, is it hard to get picked by a man or something? It makes me feel like you must think it's really difficult for a woman to be picked by a man and that the women that are calling you a pick me are just all jealous because a man doesn't want them. That's what I saw in those comments. When I tell y'all, I was just like, no, bitch, see, because I would have been like, yes, please skip me. Please skip me. Yes. Dirty fingernail, misogynistic, ain't shit ass niggas, fuck niggas that feel like they're, above me because they have a penis but could not beat me in a spelling bee, bitch. Yeah, no, you haven't read the books I've read. You haven't done the things I've done. The fuck? But somehow, I'm supposed to be hurt somewhere. I'm supposed to be, oh my God, I wasn't picked, girl. They skipped me. They was in the comments, run it up. I need to see that everywhere. As soon as somebody call a bitch a pick me, well, you're a skip me. Girl, no. Actually, no. It's the same thing as whenever I comment on posts like that, like really misogynistic, bullshitty, pandering to dirty dick ass, I can't get no coochie niggas, right? I always get a plethora of men that are assuming things. Like they automatically, let me guess, you a single mom? Let me guess, you ain't got no man? Let me guess. And it's like, girl, when I tell you my entire life, from the day I stepped on the playground, it ain't never been hard. It has never been hard. Since I stepped on the playground, it has never been hard to find somebody with a penis that finds me attractive. And the truth of the matter is, most of the times I've recognized that people don't like me because I'm not dumb. Niggas don't like me because I'm not stupid. So please skip me. I'm okay with it. Now, at the end of the day, I me and a person decided that we wanted to choose each other to do life with. Like, he didn't pick me up off the fucking street or some shit like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, bitch, I'm me. And it feels like as a woman, the pick-me's don't feel that way about themselves. They don't feel like, bitch, I'm me. And a man would be happy to be laying up under all of this. Y'all don't move like that. Y'all move like, oh my God, I have to be bending myself into a pretzel. I have to do everything this man wants me to do. I have to be thinking about what this man is going to want from me at all times. Yeah, girl, we did that in our 20s. We did that in our teens. Yeah. When we were young and dumb, that's what we did. We didn't know that once you became a 30, 40-year-old woman, that you would be on the internet screaming pick me shit into the internet under a fascist government. As a black woman, you should be ashamed of your fucking self. But outside of that, the bitch been married for less than a year from what I understand. That's what they said on the internet. Because she one of them times she was talking, I've been married for 6 months. I've been married for going on a decade. But please, believe the bitch about marriage who's been married for 5 minutes. Girl, yes, skip me, skip on by, skip, scap, scattywags, hoes, dykes, all of that shit. You think you playing me because you calling me a skip me? Yes, nigga, you skip me. The bitches that sound like her, please skip me. Scroll past me, bitch. Scroll. You ain't gotta call me or skip me. All you gotta do is scroll, bitch. Don't just skip me, bitch. Scroll past me, okay? Block me. Move around me. I saw somebody in the comments talking about, yeah, that's because they've been passed around. Girl, by who? Girl, by who? To this day, one hand for the niggas. The women, different story. One hand for the niggas, okay? And that's just because y'all automatically assume these things, and that's not true. Girl, that's not true. That's not the shit on nobody, because, bitch, if you could count the niggas you done fucked on 10 fingers, on 15 fingers, I'm not mad at you. Live your life. I honestly wish I would have added more motherfuckers to the list before I decided. But it's okay. It's okay. All right? I was 21, girl. Yeah, I do wish maybe I would have stayed a little bit more, mingling until maybe like 25, right? But I didn't know any better, because I was taught you got to hurry up and get in a relationship. Hurry up and get in a relationship. That's what I was taught, girl. But if I had been taught differently, child, me and that nigga would have been, and then also the economy. The economy. We got together like right after the crash. Girl, it was like, we in love, move in together, nigga. Pay these bills. Thank you. Like, but if I had known any better, if I had like money and shit like that, I'd have waited until I was 25 or older to be in a fully committed relationship with anybody. That's what I would have done. I probably would have still ended up with this nigga. Okay? No one's better. But ultimately, like, girl, shut the fuck up. Girl, shut the fuck up. I hope, and the thing about it is, I hope pandering for them niggas is paying well. I hope it's paying well. Jesus Christ. Because the way you get online and just, oh my God, are a disrespect to the people that are coochie card carriers, girl. You're not even just like disrespectful to the whole of coochie carrier womanhood, bitch. You a traitor to women as a whole. You a traitor to women and children as a whole. And I want to know what type of man would want to marry a woman that says that she would let y'all child die. I'm sorry, y'all, but that lady really works on my nerve. I can't stand that shit. Because the way them people was in, 100,000 fucking comments. Skip me. As if every woman that calls your bird ass a pick me is somebody that has been skipped by a nigga. And it's like, well, bitch, it took you all this time to get married. You wasn't skipped a bunch of times before somebody finally decided to pick your ass? I've been getting picked since the motherfucking Obama administration, bitch. And we want to talk about in adulthood. It ain't never took me a long time, girl. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I had to make sure. I had to be conscious to keep like a period in between people, because I swear to fucking God, as soon as I broke up with one person, here come another nigga. It was never hard. Yeah, I'm talking about that light-skinned lady. Like, I was just like, girl, where you got the idea from that because people view you as a pick-me, they just out here not being picked by men, as if being picked by men is hard. Men are thirsty. Dick is plentiful and of low value. That's why I don't be mad at, they say that the girls on Housewives, they got like, there's some type of what is it called? Like a dating situation in Atlanta where there's like a group of people that you could pick from to come on these shows and be your little boy toy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't call it prostitution, but what's the classy version of prostitution, y'all? That, it's we just gonna go on a date, whatever that is. And I'm not mad at them. In all honesty, I feel like rich women, y'all should be paying for dick. And I'm talking about good dick. But then dick that leaves. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have like a paying for dick situation, yes, an escort. Ideal situation. Beautiful man. You're fully attracted. Not attractive enough to fall in love, but attractive enough to let him eat your ass. Okay? Then he has to have perfect penmanship and style. And when I say penmanship, I'm not talking about writing, okay? His pen needs to be on point. So if he good looking, he clean, he smell good, he know how to move in different types of rooms, and he has good penmanship and style, it's giving escorting subscription service for the rich ladies of Atlanta. And I'm not mad at it, because why should I chance a man who don't know how to fuck and he might embarrass me in front of these people? Oh no, I want a nigga that is paid to be, an escort. Somebody that's paid to escort me to places and know what the job is. Know what the job is. If that's what the ladies in Atlanta is doing when it comes to getting these men to come on these shows with them, they say that's what Phaedra did with the Che dude and all the Czech dude, remember? I'm not mad at it. To be honest, I feel like women, you know how men are the ones that's always paying for sex? I feel like women are the ones that should be in that position of power, because I feel like it's too many men out here that don't know what to do with their dick, but they know how to talk. They be running them dick suckers. They be talking about, I'm a man, what I bring to the table, da-da-da-da-da. You can't even fuck. What are we talking about? You can't even fuck. Like, it's not even guaranteed that you're going to give a bitch an orgasm and y'all out here trying to get picked that bad? Girl, give me a break. Give me a break, girl. Have some self-esteem, bitch. Have some self-esteem. Like, I don't understand. Because if you a bad boosh, then what you doing all of this pandering and begging for the validation of niggas for? It's a grift. It's a grift. Now, let's get into some housewife shit. I'm going to tell y'all right now, the way y'all hate on Kelly, the way y'all totally ignore the fact that all of Kelly's financial issues right now is stemming from the fact that she's getting divorced from a demon. I was watching Erica De Niro. Shout out to my girl. Erica De Niro was talking about how, she don't feel sorry for none of these hoes on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but how they don't have any, there's no real emotional connection to any of these people. There's no real emotional connection to them. And because they don't feel anything, right? And talking about amongst them, right? The things that they were throwing in each other's faces are extremely fucked up stuff, right? Right? Like, for instance, what Drew said about K. Michelle. K. Michelle almost died. You were just crying on camera about, how, remember when K. Michelle was crying about possibly, dying and all of that, and then Drew went running to the bathroom about her parents or whatever the fuck? Remember that? You talking, laughing about leaking, but nobody brought up you being a deadbeat mom. I hope I see something like that in part 2. Because at this point, unload the fucking clip. Because the girl, on top of the fact that I caught it, but I didn't say nothing in my live when I was talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia. When Portia was going in on Kelly, they was going back and forth, and Portia says, you should really have more, what she said, you should have been nicer or something like that. But she basically referenced the fact that Kelly wanted support when she did that. And it reminded me of how when Kelly went to Phaedra's room about what was going on in her divorce, she had no idea all of them bitches was going to be in the room. I almost feel like Kelly must have texted Phaedra ahead of time before she went to her room and been like, girl, did you see this? Yeah, come to my room. Okay, I'm going to come talk to you. So she comes to Phaedra's room thinking that Phaedra is going to be alone, but Phaedra didn't let Portia and the rest of the clique know, because the whole object of that was supposed to pull Kelly away from Shamia in order to isolate Shamia even more, right? So when she did that, I told y'all, Portia doesn't care about anybody. Portia doesn't have feelings for anybody. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her genuinely care about anybody. She does things that make her look good, and in these moments like that, she's acting. Like, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to fight with you either. We're both going through a hard time with it. Yeah, I knew that was fake. The whole point of that was to get Kelly to feel like this other group of women were going to actually support her, so she didn't feel the need to cling to Shamia so much. That's weird as fuck that y'all want so badly for Shamia to have no one on this show. It's very, very odd. You know what else is aggravating? When we talk about the specific things that are happening on the show, and because y'all don't like it because it frames y'all fave as bad, y'all are always trying to act like that means, oh, y'all just giving Shamia a pass, and Shamia and Portia are the same person. Just because them two hoes was friends does not mean they're the exact same person. They have things alike, They have things in common. They have behavioral patterns that are in common, that are negative attributes. They are not the same person. I don't care what y'all are talking about. Because whenever somebody is a people pleaser and the other person is coming off like a taker that don't really care about that person for real, but as long as they can use them, they was their best friend. Yeah, that's trickery. Y'all are not about to act like just because these two people have now come to an impasse in a relationship, oh, they was friends, they the exact same way. I don't think so. I'm so fucking sorry. Yes, I will point out every day. I will point out the things that Shamia has done that makes her in alignment with Portia, and that's the reason why she getting her ass handed to her by Portia right now. Because you can't be sitting up there co-signing somebody and they fuck shit and then be surprised and hurt when they turn around and do it to you. And on top of that, she still want to have some type of relationship with this girl. She's still letting Andy, bait her into saying nice things to this bitch when I would be like, don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me a motherfucking thing. That would have been my response. But everybody's scared of pissing Andy off. The fuck? Hoes in my comments, girl. And I say that because when I got up this morning and saw this shit about Kelly, I'm like, y'all really just don't like Kelly. So y'all remember when Angela brought up the Gary guy? Pay Gary, girl. And then, who's Gary? Right? So guess what? The Gary situation is true. I'm sure it was, because every time you turn around, Kelly is defaulting on loans that she got during her marriage, because her marriage is the reason why all of this shit is happening. I don't understand. According to the Fulton County records, Gary L. Tolliver, and that's his name, and he is not some random name Angela pulled out during the reunion. It's not, but it's absolutely a name she pulled out of that little packet that she has gotten on everybody. Y'all don't think that shit weird for a bitch to go around investigating everybody and finding out every issue that they have so that she can rehearse it and bring it up as soon as the moment occurs. It's inauthentic, and it's really kind of like you're making this academic, and it's not. If you can't naturally read, bitch, please just chill out. Chill out until the natural read comes to you. Because the way she is always trying to find shit on these women, it's actually like sad to me. And I honestly feel like next season better be good, for the fact that because we didn't give a fuck about nobody else's feelings, right? We didn't care about what Kelly was going through. We didn't care about K. Michelle's surgeries and all of that. We didn't care that Shamia was, the attempt to isolate Shamia. We don't care about none of that. Cool. I want y'all to keep that fucking energy for next season. I want y'all to keep that energy for next season. Because the way I would be digging up everything I could find on that nigga that Angela is married to. So let me finish getting into this, right? So Gary Tolliver, not a random person. He sued Kelly over money he says he loaned her for her restaurant business. Okay. The court's corrected final verdict and judgment is dated August 10th. So 2 days ago. According to the judgment, also, I'm starting to feel like No Chaser don't like Kelly. That's funny. I could be wrong, but not just some random bitch. Who say they was random? They just say, who is that? Girl. Anyway, so the document specifically says only Tolliver appeared in court. He testified about the contract and the amount he said was still owed. Kelly did not appear for the bench trial. The court then ruled in Tolliver's favor on the contract claim. Kelly was ordered to pay $63,000 in principal, $20,000 in a prejudgment interest, plus court costs and post-judgment interest. That puts the judgment at $83,699 before court costs and post-judgment interest. The court filings say Tolliver was an investor who loaned Kelly money for the opening and operation of the Sandy Springs location that closed. In his amended complaint, Tolliver said he loaned Kelly $35,000 on July 14th and then another $40,000 on October 15th, 2024. He claimed the money was supposed to be used to open and operate the restaurant and that Kelly agreed to pay a total of $100,000, including interest, by November 2024. How? Why would you agree to that, Kelly? Kelly, why would you agree to that? That don't make, how the fuck you gonna pay back $100,000 a month later? How you was supposed to do that? And that makes me feel like you thought you was about to get some money when in that divorce situation because that nigga owed you money and he still has not paid you. Because a lot of times you can't force people to pay people. They might go to jail and you still may not ever get your money. Kelly does need to file for bankruptcy. Tolliver said Kelly eventually repaid $36,915, leaving $63,000 unpaid. So at least she's trying to pay it off. Okay, she didn't just leave you out there. She paid off some of it, just not all of it. But I'm like, how the fuck somebody supposed to pay off $100,000 in a month? That just seems ridiculous. There is also a loan agreement in the court filings dated July 9th, 2024, identifying Kelly Farrell as a borrower and Gary Tolliver as the lender. The agreement lists a $75,000 loan and additional $25,000 investment in interest. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Let's go back. So July 14th, you gave her $35,000. And then all the way in October, you gave her another, what was it? $40,000. So how is it that we didn't get paperwork about this? Hold up, wait, no. So we got paperwork on July 9th, but you didn't pay out that last amount until the month before it was supposed to be paid off? This is confusing to me, y'all. Maybe y'all, people that know the numbers, y'all can tell me because y'all know I'm not a numbers bitch. But to me, it sounds like, so at first you gave her 35. Then you had an agreement to give her 100, right? Is that no, I'm sorry. Let me read that again. He claimed the money was supposed to be used to open She repaid 36. Okay, in the amended complaint, Tolliver said he loaned Kelly 35 on July 14th, then another 40 in October, and he claimed the money was supposed to be used to open the restaurant, and she was supposed to repay a total of $100,000, which is like the amount she owed plus interest, right? By November 24th. How the fuck was she supposed to pay $100,000 to you by November 24th if you just gave her $40,000 in October of 2024? Y'all see what I'm saying? How that don't make sense to me? Like, okay, whatever. Tolliver said Kelly eventually repaid the first amount, $36,915, and that left the $63,085, right? There's a loan agreement in the court filings dated July 9th, identifying Kelly Farrell as the borrower and Gary Tolliver as the lender. The agreement lists a $75,000 loan amount and an additional $25,000 in interest. Tolliver's lawsuit included claims for breach of contract, fraud, unjust enrichment, and damages. And I'm like, why would it be fraud if she did attempt to open that restaurant and it wasn't doing good and she had to close it down, especially because she had all of this other shit going on with the divorce, right? If you and your husband are on a lot of business loans and he was the one paying the shit, y'all divorced, he lets them default. Now you're owing all of this money. Like, I just feel like this is obviously a situation from the dissolving of the marriage. And it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is out here scamming people for their money. But whatever, girl. Kelly, you gonna have to get this together before we get to next season, girl. You need to find out how many people you owe money to and collect all of this shit and go ahead and file for bankruptcy. Because I do feel like this is a product of that divorce. And this happens to people all the time. But there is an important distinction. The August 10th judgment says the court found in Tolliver's favor on the contract claim, while Tolliver's non-contractual claims were dismissed. So the claims that she breached the contract, fraud, and unjust enrichment and damages, that shit, they threw out. You trying to make it seem like she was scamming you, they threw that out. Yeah, to me, this feels like a person that's trying to like make you look even worse, or like, I don't know, but I'm trying to understand why you would think you was supposed to get $100,000 in a month when you just gave somebody $40,000. And then she paid off a portion of it, but still has more to pay off. And you make it seem like she scammed you as if there wasn't ever a restaurant. And based on Drew rolling up to the restaurant, bitch, there was a restaurant. And girl, I know this happens to women who get divorces all the time. So yeah, this situation just feels like y'all are always looking for a reason to make Kelly the bad guy, and I'm not exactly sure why. Someone check on Portia in her big home, living well, not getting sued by anybody. Yeah, after she finished getting dragged through social media in the courts for over what, a year and some change behind a marriage that lasted less than 20 months. Like, the way they use everything that's happening in Kelly's divorce as like some type of gotcha moment, even though all of this shit was already happening. Look, like they laughing. They find, look, it's so funny. Everybody hates Kelly so much. And the truth of the matter is, y'all, Kelly still wasn't lying about the fact that when they were sitting on that reunion stage, that still wasn't Portia's house. I'm glad she got the deed. But y'all really be like gassing the shit, right? To me, y'all really be gassing the shit, and it's weird. Because that was almost y'all fave. That was almost y'all fave. And guess what? We actually gonna have to wait on it to find out how beneficial this $8 million house is gonna be to Portia. We gotta wait and find out and see, to be honest. But I just think it's weird the way it's like two women going through a bad divorce. One woman starts shit with the other one. I don't care what y'all say. The shit between Portia and Kelly started this season because Portia being upset that somebody said you need to stop trying to sleep with people's husbands. Girl, what the fuck is you talking about? You said you was gonna fuck somebody's husband. That was a response to that. Excuse me for feeling like you should stop trying to fuck people's husbands. That's what y'all are really mad at Kelly about, because she said that Portia should stop trying to fuck people's husbands. So y'all agree that Portia should be trying to fuck people's husbands? Is that what we're saying? Because that's what it feels like we're saying. And that's why I said a lot of Portia fans, especially the ones that like really mad at Kelly about that, y'all hoes have a Jezebel spirit. Yeah. And that includes the men that host the reunion shows for the reality shows. Both of you book in niggas. Because I know Andy don't like Carlos, but y'all are the same nigga. Okay? Y'all are the same nigga. The only difference is a white man is gonna have a little bit more. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all of that because I'm a white man. And Carlos is gonna be low key like sopping it up because he's not a white man. And it's like, oh my God, I love. I don't know whether I want to be or a fucker. I don't know. But they the same type of Jezebel spirit ass niggas that Portia is at the end of the day. And I think that's why they like her so much. That's what I got to say about it. Because Kelly ain't really did nothing that bad for the way y'all be going at that lady. I don't care. Saying little slick shit, everybody says little slick shit. So, Angela Oakley. Somebody must have asked Angela why she's always going at Kelly the way she is, right? Somebody said, go ask Angela why she's so mad at Shamia, laughing about Portia saying she'll fuck her husband, but not Portia. Answer is she gonna keep kissing a crack of Portia ass to stay on the show. Angela, a goofy ass clown. Baby, she did more than laugh. Keep watching. We read that. And then she came back with this. It's all so simple. Kelly has jumped on the other side of almost every issue involving me. I never understood it. After enough unprovoked shots, I think we read this, right? Anyone on the couch I supported, she seemed to enjoy doing it to me. I returned the favor. Yeah, no, to me, I'm sorry. It doesn't feel that way, Angela. I know that you feel like she was punching at you at every turn and all of that. And I would respect that if you was giving that same energy to everybody that was shading the shit out of you, but you didn't. I'm sorry. I'm not coming off the idea that y'all hoes had a conversation before the season even started and decided that y'all was going to be this couch versus this couch. I think y'all had already decided that shit before the season even started, which is why Angela was moving the way she was, because everybody feels like it doesn't make sense that you are still more mad at everybody else than you are at the woman that said she would fuck your husband. That lady said that she would fuck your husband, and you sat next to her and defended her every single time she got into a back and forth with somebody. If you think that that's, something a woman with dignity should be doing, then girl, we not the same type of bitch. And so everybody, y'all go in on Kelly, and Kelly posted this. Y'all always going in on Kelly. When Kelly respond, y'all in the fucking comments acting like, y'all need to go in on her. Why? Because she responding. Y'all been going in on Kelly. Kelly said, Angela Dion Reed, this is the $2 million house we're speaking of. This the $2 million house we speaking of? Question mark. Baby, this is your marital home, not an investment property. Because on the reunion show, Angela said they just sold a $2 million house and it's their actual house, not an investment property, their house. And she pulled it up and posted the pictures that says that they want to, that was in foreclosure and up for auction, correct? Foreclosure mean that y'all defaulted on y'all loan to the bank, correct? And that's what I said about Angela. How is it that you keep going in on Kelly about her living situation when your living situation and your house situation is also fucked up? Like, it just is crazy to me. And the comments, because there's so many people, hold on, let me see. But it hasn't been foreclosed, right? Angela is still in the house, isn't she? Or is this the rental property that she told us about losing? I just feel like y'all want to be on anybody's side that's not Shamia and Kelly. That's what it feels like to me. Wasn't she just ordered to pay Gary over $80,000? I'm confused why we're throwing stones from a glass house. We're not throwing stones from a glass house. The stones were already thrown and we're throwing them the fuck back. Y'all acting like y'all have not been on Kelly's ass every time somebody says something about what she's been going through financially. The gaslighting of it all. And, you know, they in the comments, oh, she need to pay Gary back. She need to pay Gary back. She need to pay Gary back. But we can't talk about how Angela got her house in foreclosure. Talking about, is it in pre-foreclosure auction? Pre-foreclosure auction. That's what it says up there. That's what it says up there. It's just interesting how when y'all faves do it, it's okay. But when people respond back, then it's all of this, oh my God. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like it. Let's get to Shamia, because y'all don't like Shamia either. And to be honest, I have my own reasons for disliking Shamia, and that's because she won't stand up. And also because, like, I don't care what y'all say, Portia wanted that house that Simon bought because she wanted to compete with Shamia's house. I don't care what y'all talking about. I don't care.
It's gotta go, Shamia. Here we go. Angela, Drew, K. Michelle.
Hold up, not this one. Because she should have said Portia. She should have just said it. Be messy. Fuck it. But she keep trying to, like, be nice about it. And I almost feel like it's because y'all have done, like, so much eating her up that she's scared to actually go with this girl the way she should. Fuck all that. That's not the one I wanted to play. Here you go.
We chatting. But are you all talk? Because I heard you had a lot to say.
Girl, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, actually. A few weeks ago, I had a pressure report.
Yo, what is all this attitude between the two of them? Like, what's going on here?
And, you know, let me tell you something, Shamia. We both East Side girls, Decatur girls, Atlanta girls.
Nobody is bothered. No, y'all are absolutely bothered. Talking about nobody is bothered. Bitch, y'all are absolutely bothered. Who bothered? Let's be real. Girl, the way y'all have been dragging Shamia, it gives bothered. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I got a lot of respect for you, okay? And so watching you on the reunion, my thing is like, not even...
Ain't this the girl they said Tigger fuck?
On the reunion, excuse me. Watching you and your time on the Housewives, I'm so proud of you, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, God, Lee,
do we have another one of this? What is this background music?
You're too successful to continue to be dragged by these girls. Like, it frustrates me to see. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. I'm like, you're so accomplished, and you know you're happy with your children and your husband, and you know you have every single job in Atlanta. I'm like, she needs to get off this show. So I'll say that to you. I said it. Like, you need to get off this show because I said she's an actress. She has so much going for herself, and I don't want you to ever be dragged down.
Well, I hate that. I mean, listen, to me, it speaks volumes that I got them bothered. I got them all bothered. Yeah. And
if they're trying to isolate her and take her one little friend away from her, trying to make sure that the rest of the couch knows that if y'all are on Shamia's side, it's because Shamia has turned y'all against me. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want to. Portia is the #1 person that's bothered. And everybody else is a trickle-down effect of that. But motherfuckers is bothered. Okay? And if you individually are not bothered, then let it fly over your head, money. But the way y'all have been dragging Shamia all season, y'all are bothered. She should have never came to the show.
That type of pressure, anybody will create a diamond, right? Yeah. I mean, you sitting in your seat, you've dealt with some adversity. I mean, your first month here on the radio. I couldn't even really get to know you because of all the things that were in the headlines. I was looked up on my timeline, and it was like, she did this, she was this, and this. And I'm like, wait a minute. I knew you to be an Emmy Award-winning journalist. But all that was being overshadowed by the allegations that were put on you around this morning show. So let's talk about it. Do you feel like you should have given up this job?
No, I couldn't give up this job.
With all that?
No, I could not give up this job.
So why should I give up mine?
Yeah.
That's another thing that's on my resume. That's another platform where I'm able to showcase to the world my daughters, my fashion, my fun, my faith, friendships, good or bad, you know? And I would like to think that I am changing somebody's life for the better, even with talking about fertility.
Yes.
You know,
Girl, you don't need to be on this show to change nobody else's life. That's the thing. Y'all think that every time somebody get up on the show is because they need to be an inspiration to somebody else. Fuck all that. They offered me the check and I want it and I got it. Now what?
When I was here on this radio station, I was very open about my life, my daughter's life, my surrogacy journey. I change lives, right? Sometimes there's a blessing in the messing. And while I am not liked on that platform by a lot of those people, I'm loved by the people that really count, where it really matters. I'm a real person. I am playing real life while these girls are playing TV. And I'm okay with that. Like they say, oh, Shamir, you got to play chess. I'm not playing that. I'm playing.
We chatting.
I understand. I wish that you had a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Less people pleasy shit, less self-aggrandizing and taking the high road, but at the same time, you gotta be you. You gotta be who you are, and I do feel like everybody can kiss your ass, because if a bitch could be on the show being a sociopath, if a bitch could be on the show not giving a fuck about nobody, just playing in everybody's face, I don't know why Shamia can't be there doing what the fuck she want to do. The hell? Y'all, girl, they said that Giselle's most iconic moment was when she sat in Karen's seat. And that's one of the people y'all think is one of the best housewives of all time. Somebody who is only known for sitting in somebody else's motherfucking seat. I don't trust how y'all feel about housewives, okay? At the end of the day, I want Shamia to come back and stand the fuck up, stand on her square, and stop people pleasing. Stop trying to be friends with that bitch. Stop trying, but I get it. I absolutely get it. You get enough pressure from enough people and it weakens your resolve. It weakens you defending yourself and standing on your own square. Fuck all that. Anyway, Shamia, come back better next season. Stop with the the spiritual bypass and shit. Stop it. You want to be a real person, be a real fucking person. And sometimes real people gotta put all, girl, all right, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta curse the people out. You gotta come up here, you gotta curse the people out, Shamia. You gotta give people the fuck you. You gotta let these hoes know that they, girl, okay. We both got houses, you in debt, I'm not. Girl, the way I would be eating motherfuckers up. Girl, okay, big teeth. Okay, bitch. Yeah, she gonna have to understand that Portia was never really her friend, and I think that's really hard for her to understand that lady wasn't never really her fucking friend. Did y'all see that Mel and Drew's collaboration sold out? Yes, Lord. That's so great. Okay, we love when the AI helps y'all sell products. Okay, that is still her. Girl, I don't know what still her means. Oh, still standing. Okay, still standing, still her. Whoever the fuck her is, okay? I don't know who Drew is, so I don't know if she's still anything because I don't know who she is. But you know what? Y'all making money. Congratulations to y'all because Drew gonna need that money. She got child support to pay. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do, girl. Speaking of, niggas, that's my baby daddy acting like my baby mama. Okay. Martell Holt, girl, the people was in the comments. Ash J. Carter said, and this is why Melody left, because she knew they were bringing on the woman that destroyed her family. Girl, that's not why. That's not why she left. She left because it was time to fucking go. Okay, because why would you stay on that show? Ain't none of them people your friends, and they keep bringing back your ex-husband so he can abuse you through the reality show, girl, through the internet. She needed to get away from that show so she can get away from that nigga. Okay. But anyway, hope she's still getting her EP check like Mariah from Married to Medicine. Martell said, no, she just didn't want to finally be in the hot seat with her married security guard boyfriend. She was always in the hot seat, dumbass nigga. No, she's not getting those EP checks anymore, but I am, and you need them. You need them because you don't have anything else going for yourself. Right? You don't have anything else going for yourself. That's why Carlos wanted to make sure that your fine shit ass was able to keep getting checks and he was still, still be able to be in the good graces of some straight man somewhere. Okay? Validation, good TV, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait to see that lady embarrass you on that show because I do feel like Ariana is going to come on like the true young bird that she is and embarrass the shit out of you and your friends. But you so immature and slow that, it probably would just tickle you to be thoroughly embarrassed and all of that. Child, at the end of the day, you look dumb in a tight ass suit and she look like a bird, but she's cute. Her little flip was real cute. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see her, tear the show up. We gonna see. Because to me, it gives the only thing you really have to offer is the tea that you gonna spill on the Scots. You don't have nothing else to offer. Because if you did, you would have been able to turn all of this into something years ago. But you're not because you got that man reminding you to stay in your place. It don't make sense for a woman that kept talking about her fucking likeness. She could never create a full platform and make money off of all of the attention her likeness was getting. It took you having to come on this reality show in order for girl. She look old because niggas like Martell suck all the youth out of your eyes. They suck all the youth out of your body. That's the type of nigga that you be in a relationship with. Y'all think everything cool and then they just start talking to you crazy out of nowhere. Like, nigga, who you talking to like that? And it's because they going through something. They mad. They thought about their ex-wife that they wish they would have never, fucked over for you. Now they talking to you like you're crazy. Girl. Well, I'll tell Carlos one thing. Carlos, you did do one thing. Your shows and the Bravo shows are being said in one breath. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I know that's what he really wanted, was to be, kind of seen like a Andy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for OWN to have his shows and be like, a copy of the Bravo network and what they've done for Housewives. And, that only happens when you really support your cast. But the cast that you do support, we talking about them just like we be talking about these housewives. So that's good. That's what's up. Okay, he accomplished that goal. Good for him. Let's move on. Y'all, Beyonce stealing music from people again. Girl, I love this bob on her. Beyonce, girl, why you always stealing people's songs? Like, I don't understand. Neighbors, according to reports, Heroes Enterprise and producer Shuji Horos are suing Beyonce and several companies for alleged copyright infringement involving Alien Superstar, which appeared on her 2022 album Renaissance. Heroes Enterprise claims it owns the rights to a song called Moonraker, performed by musician John Holiday. The company alleges Beyonce sampled the spoken word introduction from the song for Alien Superstar without obtaining a license before the album was released. They say Beyonce's team did not obtain a license weeks after the album dropped, but allegedly got it from Holiday, who they say transferred his entire interest in the song decades ago. In other words, she got permission from the wrong person. Hero says it notified Beyonce's company about the alleged infringement, but claims the music has continued to be sold. They're seeking an injunction to stop Beyonce from continuing to make money from the work, along with unspecified damages. Okay, this is one of them times that I'm not on y'all side, I'm on her side. I'm on her side with this because so often I feel like y'all be taking songs from people and paying them less than they deserve for the songs that they created, the shit that they sung or wrote or produced, whatever it is, it's their art child. You come and buy it and now you own it. And so when somebody is using their song, their voice, they're not supposed to be paid or asked in any capacity. But y'all know she do this all the time. Y'all do know she does this a lot, right? Y'all know she do that, right? They love to take an interpolation from somebody and then act like they ain't got it from somebody else, girl. That wasn't even I mean, they did it with with Khalees. You know what I'm saying? Because they paid Pharrell, but they didn't talk to Khalees about, girl. It's always, you know, taking shit from people's music and not paying them or talking to them or saying nothing to them. But in this situation, giving it to the person that actually created the song, John Holiday, and not the company that bought the rights to the song off of him, you know, I'm kind of not that mad about that, you know. But also, girl, you a billionaire. Why is we still stealing songs and shit? Like, why we still doing that? I don't understand. That's y'all girl. That's y'all girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up together, but that's y'all girl. Okay? Let's move. Because I just be like, girl, what the fuck? Why? Why these specific stories all the time? Let's move on. We got some updates. Okay, Malcolm Jamal Warner's widow and their 9-year-old daughter are receiving public support as a fight over the actor's estate continues. Destiny Rael, Tanisha Warner's closest friend of 19 years, launched a GoFundMe Tuesday with a $150,000 goal. Rael said Tanisha has stretched every resource she has while grieving, homeschooling her daughter, and handling unexpected flooding at the family's home. I know she would never ask for this kind of support herself, so I am asking on her behalf, Rael wrote. Malcolm died at 54 in an accidental drowning during the Costa Rica family vacation. We know that. The mama don't want to give any money. The widow is now pursuing claims involving his mother, Pamela Warner, who serves as successor trustee of the Warner Family Trust. Tanisha alleges Malcolm also agreed to obtain a $1 million life insurance policy, naming her as the beneficiary, but never secured it. That's because, I'm sorry, y'all, I hate to say it like this. I didn't know him personally, but based on what he said in this, I feel like it was because he never really intended to make sure that you were straight. He was lying to you so that you would produce a child for him. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like as long as he was like alive and with you, he was going to pretend as if he was supporting you like a husband that actually cares about their wife would do. But it really just kind of seems like he tricked you. He made you think that he was going to support you. He made you think he was going to get this life insurance policy. He made you think that you would be okay if he died, like any wife should be when her husband passes away, when any spouse passes away. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, because there's always a situation where you niggas want money that y'all shouldn't be getting. That lady money need to go to her kids, you know, that type of thing. But this situation, I feel like, you know, they were married. They were not broken up. They had a child together. The only reason why this lady would not be getting what she is owed or what she needs is because him and his mama had a mentality that we ain't letting no woman get our money. We ain't letting no woman come in here and get our money. So I think he was lying to that lady. I think he was lying to her about what the things he had secured for her as a wife. And to me, that makes him a shit person. And I remember feeling like he was a shit person because of a relationship he had been in. I forgot who he was in the relationship with, but the whisperings I had heard about the relationship was he was an asshole. Then I heard what he said. Y'all know I played the clip last week of him saying how the reason why it took him so long to get married and have a child is because he didn't want to give his money to nobody. And I feel like that is something that was very much fed to him over the years. And it probably was from his mom. It might have been from the people around him, but the way y'all have convinced men that they need to be hoarding and you know, keeping their riches away from women that they marry and have children with has got to be one of the most ridiculous fucking things. Because the whole Regina King, thank you. The whole point of you marrying and having a baby with somebody is so that you can blend wealth with them. So that you can take care of them, they can take care of you in the ways that they take. Like, that's the whole fucking point. That lady gave you a child. And you didn't ensure that she had a life insurance policy. And now your mama is trying to make sure she doesn't get any money from you. Like, girl. And this is why I say, y'all running and jumping and hopping and skipping to marry and have babies with these niggas is something you need to think about. For real, for real. Because for me, if a man has said something like that, I would not be trying to do any of those things with him. If it was ever on your mind to keep your money from your family that you create, I can't fuck with you. Because not only are you stingy, but you're selfish. And you can't take that shit with you, and your mama fucking old. So what we talking about? What we talking about? Rael stressed that the fundraiser is not asking supporters to choose sides. Instead, donations will help Tanisha maintain stability while she navigates single parenthood, grief, and unresolved estate proceedings. I feel like he forgot to update his affairs because he was young. He was 54. Most black men don't make it past 65. He wasn't that fucking young. And he was rich. He should have had, as soon as him and that lady got married and had a baby, the paperwork should have been put in. The people come looking for you when you get married. I hope y'all know that. I don't know if you ever gotten married, but when you get married, insurance people come looking for you. Girl, they put shit in your mailbox. They come knocking on your door. The insurance, if you file paperwork saying you got married, bought a house, them insurance people come looking for you. We heard you just got married. We have insurance. Girl, them people was beating down my motherfucking door about insurance. So I no, he didn't forget. He didn't forget. I think he always intended to leave her hanging. That's what I think. He always intended to leave this lady hanging, even though she did her part. You right. Skip me, bitch. You right. If this the type of nigga, skip me. You right. I don't want to be picked by a nigga that's gonna die and leave me motherfucking destitute so his old ass mama could make sure that none of his wealth is given to the woman that gave him a fucking child. Child, I hope they get the money. I hope she gets support, because that's a fucked up situation. Moving on, girl, to other more fucked up situations. Let's get to Saucy Santana, you guys. I want to start this off by saying that I believe that Saucy Santana is a part of that very interesting group of black people that grew up in squalor. They don't understand politics. They don't really care about any of that. They don't care how it affects their own life. They just feel the ramifications of it, and they don't really think too much about it. I don't even think Santana is probably, I don't even think he's registered to vote. I don't think he's a voter. Like, I don't think he cares about any of these real world issues going along, because there's a group of y'all that think as long as y'all making y'all money, y'all will be fine, based on how the world has been moving for black people, right? As long as we're able to get our little change, we've been able to withstand all of the bullshit, girl. But because Santana is a specific marginalized person, for him to have this attitude towards the administration and ICE and all of that, it just goes to show that they don't care about, you don't care about nobody but your fucking self. And that's not surprising, but that's another reason why I said this nigga don't need no baby. Also, the wig and makeup, what's happening?
For real. But actually, I do want you to clear something up, because they was under my video about it. That's how you know we twins for real.
Yeah.
They came under my shit like, oh, did you know that Santana reposted something with the White House using Quiet on the Creek? And I'm thinking to myself, I know it's Santana. I know he's not MAGA saucy. It give you just repost.
He's not MAGA because he doesn't vote. But ask him if he agree with some of their politics. Yes, he probably does.
Everything. Right. And you probably just slipped and reposted.
But I saw you were on live when you found out, so it was kind of a surprise when you were like, "Oh, the white somebody."
The comments is the one who fucking told me.
Yeah, you found out on live, so it was a shock.
The White House, and later on, I found out. I think that maybe the White House, like,
it's the fact that they still think the White House is something that there should be pride about. Have you seen what the White House looks like? You know that shit that they built for that WWE bullshit they had? Yeah, that shit's still sitting there. It look a mess. It definitely looks like a trailer park, okay? It definitely looks like, you know, beer cans out of trailer park. Look, girl, the fact that y'all are so out of touch with what's happening in the world that you're putting this extra integral value onto the White House, no matter how degrading and fucked up it is, like, I don't understand that type of ignoring of what's going on.
Rage baits people or something,
Yeah,
because
it
now I
does,
started finding out
yeah.
that Sabrina cussed them out and
Yeah,
Ariana
Taylor,
Grande cussed them
all
out
of
and
them.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, they like, the White House supposed to do, the White House supposed to do. I'm like, bitch, who? The White House.
Right.
Because the White House is supposed to be a different standard than what it is now.
Yeah.
Like,
So
normally you
different
think
now.
the White House.
I'm not gonna lie, for me, Obama used to stay there.
Yeah.
That's Obama. You know what Obama
Obama's house.
bitch.
It's still Obama's house.
They know.
It's not. It's not. It's not his house. It's actually not.
They know.
That's a cute way to deflect and make sure the black people know that you're not against them because you know Obama lit girl. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You're smarter than that. You're smarter than that. I know you're smarter than that.
Oh, they using my song. What? So I go, all I see is somebody riding on a dirt bike, and they say, "Shh, quiet on the creek."
Right.
Wow. I said, "Woo, man, what? I don't give a fuck who in the hell y'all know me?
Yeah.
Poor little rich girl, y'all know me. Bitch, what up?" So I reposted.
Yeah, I don't find any pride in being known by these people. I don't find any pride in being known by those people. I'm sorry. I wouldn't be excited. I'd be scared.
Quick.
What the fuck?
This is in real time. That's one thing I do love about the live stream. Bitch, don't act like y'all
Right.
went there.
Yeah.
This in real time. Trey called me. He like, bruh, that thing you posted with the White House, you know. I was like, oh, that's a bad thing?
Yeah, you didn't
He
know.
was
You
like,
didn't even know.
yeah. I was like, oh, my bad. And I apologize.
My
immediately.
bad.
I
Yeah.
said, my bad.
Yeah, I didn't know. Because the White House,
said,
I
oh.
also think that, like, people think if you even, we're American, right? So the flag, people act like the flag is for MAGA
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, the
The
White House
exchange
is
rearranged.
supposed to be a symbol of leadership, but
Yeah.
it's turned into something
They
else.
thinking about
under
who lives
this-
there right now.
Right.
Who president
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, just
No, it's not about who lives there. It's also about who the president is. What's happening to our country because of who the president is. They thinking about who lives there. I'm just thinking about the office of it. So you still value something if it got shit on it? So if I shit inside an expensive bag, ruin a lining, just take a huge, colossal, wet dump in a Gucci purse, you gonna still want the Gucci purse?
think about just coming from where I come from. And I didn't grow up poor or nothing, but just being like,
You kind of did. Just because you get the things you want to get don't mean you didn't grow up poor. Poor sometimes is a reflection of the access to education that you got. The access to a home life that wasn't traumatizing and humiliating for you.
a black gay boy fighting 10 times as hard to get these hits. Like, if I was a girl, my music would be way bigger.
Right.
No shade.
But we're going to be quiet on the creek about that.
No, don't be quiet on the creek about it. Please tell us. Please tell us how your music would be better if you were a woman. Which is what? What would we call that, everybody? Homophobia? Homophobia, y'all know what that's under, right? Under the fascism that we're currently under in our government. Hello. These things are directly affecting you, but you're not correlating them.
So it's like, I'm just excited. I'm excited that I got this new hit song that's reaching. And then the White House ain't never posted shit of mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you
I'm
want
just
them to?
excited. Once I found out that it said quiet on the border, and
Wait,
that,
what?
I didn't even know that.
I found
Oh, y'all didn't know? You didn't watch the whole
I
video?
also think that, like, people.
I found out later. Did y'all
Right.
know that?
I didn't even know
know
that
that.
part. I'm
It
crying.
was so. It basically it was an ice thing.
Wow.
It was.
Wow.
When have I? Since when have I been MAGA? Since when have I been?
Girl, you support Diddy. You support Diddy. You have internalized homophobia. What else? There's the internalized misogyny and all of that. Like, there are a lot of things that would categorize you in the same mind frame as, you know, the black people that think that Trump is good or something.
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real quiet on the creek.
It says the White House, it's all quiet at the border. It's all, so you missed that part? Yeah, I'm sorry. Because what I feel like happens is y'all add a level of it's not that serious to something that absolutely is that fucking serious. I hate it. My God, I can't stand ignorant motherfuckers. I can't stand ignorant motherfuckers. All right, y'all. Let's get into this next clip. They've been talking about for a while, trying to like push pedophilia as a sexuality, right? It's not a sexuality. Okay? It's not a sexuality, y'all. It's not a sexual preference. We're not going to act like it is. It is pedophiles and people that like to harm children. That's what it is. We're not going to act like it's a sexual. It's not a sexuality. Sexualities are composed of people liking other adults. I'm an adult. I like another adult. Or I'm a kid. I like another kid. People that are in their same age range of different genders and sexes. That's a sexuality. It is not a sexual preference for you to fuck on children. It's not. So that whole MAPS shit that everybody's talking, stop it. Fucking stop it. Because every time we have these little conversations giving like, oh, a little bit more leeway, a little bit more leeway, a little bit more leeway. And I recognize how a lot of problematic mindsets and rhetoric and narratives are pushed through social media by way of ignorant motherfuckers that don't know what's going on or want to pretend like they don't know what's going on.
I don't want to focus on clips that people have. I want to focus on action.
Okay.
This is a video in real time.
Oh, you're watching
Yeah,
other
you should watch
yeah.
your mouth. You too fucking young.
Right.
Some little YNs outside. Damn, that shit fat. What you say?
Yeah.
First of all, watch your mouth, and you too motherfucking young for that.
So the reason why Saucy Santana is bringing this up is because he was in a pool talking about, and kids want to fuck me. That's what he said. He said kids want to fuck me. And everybody was like, the fuck you mean kids want to fuck you? At a time where y'all trying to make it seem as if grown adults having sexual attractions to children is something that we should be like taking lightly or something. Yeah, no.
When have I ever gave kids pregnancy, any type of thing? That's action. That ain't no clip. That's in real time. A kid to me, 14, 15, 16, whatever the fuck, see me walking outside of public in a dress and you like, oh, that shit fat. That's not cool. That's not okay. Listen, you way out of your league, son. Don't play with me. Don't even disrespect me like that.
Yes.
That's how I'm coming. I
Not even recognizing that what that actually looked like is a queer person walking down the street and being bothered by little kids that have been taught that somebody that looks like that is somebody we can harass. Again, with the homophobia, right? Homophobia is why that happened. Transphobia, homophobia, that's why that happened. Okay? I don't know why that had to translate to you saying kids want to fuck you. I don't know why.
I got goddaughters. I got nieces and nephews.
Now, I don't think that Saucy wants to fuck with children. Please be very clear. I don't think that. But y'all say shit up out of y'all mouth sometimes, and it's like you don't understand the ramifications of the things that you say under the context of what's going on around you in the world, which is why it would make sense for y'all to know what the fuck is going on when y'all be on social media like y'all do. Y'all be on social media 24/7 and don't know nothing about what's going on in the world in order for you to have a little bit more decorum about yourself.
That I'm helping raise. I don't want to focus on clips.
But that was supposed to be like a response to the clip that everybody was talking about, right? Because everybody been going in on Saucy because of the shit. Hold up. Let me see if I can find that original clip.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties, everybody. Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me, aunties, everybody.
Somebody said, ooh. Because what y'all be doing is This is hold up. Let's see if this is a teachable moment. Let me see if I gotta break out my board for this. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. This is what it is. Low self-worth. Low self-worth. Only low self-worth, right, will have you screaming to everybody about who all want to fuck you when ain't nobody who asked. And why was that the thing that you said? You could have been like, oh, these niggas, and then we would have been fine with that. But for you to have to go that far, it's giving, I have to prove that I'm attractive to people. You don't have to prove that you're attractive to people. People are fucking you, correct? You didn't need to say that. You did not need to say that. Because this is how I see it. Low self-worth creates desperation. And this is why I say don't be listening to women that's telling you to act like a fucking pick-me. Because when you're a pick-me, you are desperate. You're in desperation, bitch. Desperado. Your ass is desperate. Okay? And when you are a pick-me and you have desperation to be picked, low self-esteem, low self-worth. That is how I categorize a lot of these people. And that's the reason why you would be so excited about the attention of an ain't shit ass government. That's why you would be so excited about that, because you have low self-worth. You know who else got low self-worth that was in the comments? Bobby Lights. We know Bobby Lights got low self-worth because Bobby Lights is expected to be around his family members that allow people to disrespect him and keep forgiving everybody, right? So when you see somebody being shitted on for being gay and they're constantly having to be okay with being shitted on, they build this really strong defense against it, right? They can rib, they can curse you out, they can fight, all of that shit. But at the end of the day, it is still destroyed their self-worth, how other people talk to them and handle them. And so because they have low self-worth, any type of validation from anywhere big, it don't matter who's sitting in that big space. It don't matter what's going on. It don't matter how fucked up it is. You just excited because somebody paying you attention. You just excited because somebody is validating you. Bobby Lights is in the comments on this post talking about, baby, let me tell you something. If the White House posts anything of mine, I'm reposting it also, and it's no shade. That's legendary. The fact that you still think that even with everything happening, that it's still legendary, it shows low self-worth. Low self-value, okay? You don't love yourself, bitch. You don't really care about yourself. Because the validation of anything and anybody will have your ass excited if it's famous enough. If it got enough number, like, child, I would be scared if them motherfuckers posted me. The fuck? And I really do think his, right, you know, Diddy, right, fucking with Diddy, being excited about the Trump administration reposting you in order to celebrate the border and how they are being xenophobic with the immigration shit. Reason why your fucking ass ain't got no fruits and vegetables to eat at the grocery store like you used to is because of the immigration shit that they used your post to perpetuate. The fact that y'all don't care about stuff like that, the fact that y'all don't, it gives to me low self-worth, desperation, pick me please. That's how it come across to me. And that's sad. And that's why I don't like homophobia, because y'all shit on gay people so much that when they have like a false sense of confidence behind it, they really don't love themselves that much. They allow for their friends and the people around them and the men that they fuck with to disrespect them, play them out, stress them the fuck out. And in turn, they turn into the same type of people That's why men like Saucy always, you know, you be around men like that, they always got some little slick shit to say. They somebody that you'll be cool with and they'll be slick shading you and trying to joke on you and all of that. And that's because deep down they can't stand themselves, and so they're always having to project that shit out to other people. Saucy is a great artist. And I'll leave it at that. Let's move on. Girl, let's go to Tiffany Haddish, and then we'll go to Peter. Girl. When I tell y'all, I read Tiffany Haddish book, and I know how severely Tiffany Haddish was abused as a child. And again, going back to no matter how much people try to fight against how motherfuckers have degraded them, humiliated them, not valued them like as children. That's why I say child abuse creates psychopaths. Child abuse is what creates all of these crazy motherfuckers. And y'all don't like to define things as child abuse because it's all about the ego of you being a good parent when you're not. Okay? Tiffany Haddish was raised by a foster parent, I think, that basically verbally, emotionally, physically abused the piss out of her. So she's successful in all of that. But I think what I noticed about her, she's another really great example of this, because this is how you get the most famous people are like this, y'all. The most famous people are like this, especially people that get to, especially like Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is somebody that wants validation and acceptance so bad because she didn't get it as a child that she's willing to be at them tables with the Trumps. She's willing to be somebody that will drop kids off to a very fucked up situation, right? Because she wants so badly to get in where she wants to get in. So she's willing to do fucked up shit to get there. She's willing to humiliate herself, to self-abandon. She's willing to make herself look like a fucking fool in order to be around certain famous people and feel validated in some way. That shit doesn't work. It doesn't work because the people you are willing to self-abandon for are going to continue to push you and humiliate you and push you and humiliate you. That's why all these people end up on drugs and having alcohol problems, because when motherfuckers decide they want to get you through humiliation ritual, low self-worth, desperation, pick-me type people, that's why a lot of the times these are the people that end up in Hollywood, because those are the people that have a low threshold. I'm sorry, not a low, a high threshold. A high threshold for fucked up shit. If you raise a child constantly abusing them, they're probably going to grow up and not give a fuck about anybody else, no matter how hard they try to make it seem like they do. So as Tiffany Haddish is sitting here dealing with this DUI and all of that, all I see is somebody that is unhinged. Like, to me, she's frayed on the outsides. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't think that Tiffany Haddish is a mentally well or stable human being. Just saying.
Going to freely and voluntarily give up those rights to enter into a plea that your lawyers have negotiated on your behalf?
I would like to fuss a little bit. But in order to get out of your hair, because it's been 4 years, and I'd love to take my hair off, I'm going to go ahead and just agree.
All right. Now, you know you have the right to a trial, and we have jurors that are ready to go forward with a trial today if you want to, and I'm only going to do this if you freely and voluntarily agree. Would you like to go forward with a plea today?
Unwell.
Sure, yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation that you have received from your lawyers?
Yes.
There is a document in the file that you have signed, that Mr. Feinling has signed, called a plea statement. It had all the rights that you had to waive for me to accept this plea. Do you remember signing a document called a plea statement?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to sign the plea statement, and I'm going to incorporate it into the record. According to that plea statement, it's my understanding that you are going to plead guilty to count 1, driving under the influence of less safe alcohol, and the other charge are going to be dropped. Is that your understanding, Ms. Haddish?
Yes.
Again,
but I have some questions
Then here's what I'm going to do. I can create.
I have some questions. Drew answered them as best as he could, and I trust Drew, and I trust Larissa. So
no problem.
they said you on your business, so I believe them.
Okay.
Who is them?
Do you need more time to talk to Mr. Feinley or Miss Goldberg?
I want to talk to
Not
you,
a pissing.
but here we talking, and yeah.
Do you need more time to talk to Mr. Feinley and Miss Goldberg?
I'm gonna tell you the reason why people in Hollywood don't, like the other people in Hollywood don't really fuck with her like that, because of her level of like chaotic desperation. I want to fit in. I want to be liked. I'm going to make a joke. That's all I see on her is this constant need to, fit in, be validated, all of this shit. I don't know. I had high hopes for Tiffany when she first came out. Like I said, I read that book. That girl went through a lot of fucked up shit. But what I see right now is what happens after years of self-abandoning and not really fully dealing with your pain. Because even in her book, there was a level of, I'm a special Negro. I don't really feel pain. Yes, things hurt me, but I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And when you are not raised to have self-esteem and all you think is that you're going to make it so that you could prove something to other people, you be willing to do anything to make it. And I don't think you should be willing to do anything to make it. Tiffany was willing to do anything to make it. And I think that has been really hard on her psyche. I do. I think that the things that Tiffany was willing to do to get to the places that she got to, I think that it weighs deeply and heavily on her spirit. And that is why she has been getting DUIs. And that's why she's showing up looking unwell.
No. That's too expensive. I've already spent so much on this case. It's been 4 years.
Are you?
Right. It has been a long time. And, let's read what they said, y'all. Tiffany Haddish years-long Georgia DUI case is finally over. The actress pleaded guilty to DUI, avoiding a trial that was scheduled to begin today. All other traffic charges stemming from her 2022 arrest were dismissed as part of the agreement. During the hearing, Haddish appeared by video and expressed some hesitation before agreeing to the plea. It's been 4 years and I would like to take my hair off, so I'll just go ahead and agree. She continued, I've already spent so much time on this case. It's been 4 years. Haddish received credit for time served and will not have to serve additional jail time. Her Georgia driver's license has been suspended and she will be on probation for 12 months. She must also stay away from drugs and alcohol, submit to testing, and complete a DUI course. If you recall, the case dates back to January 2022 when Peachtree City Police arrested Haddish after a 911 caller reported a driver asleep behind the wheel. Officers later located her vehicle near a residential yard and reported signs of impairment. Yeah, this is sad to me. Yeah, no, she look a little off even in this. The wig comment was funny. Cause she still, like you a funny person. So, everything's a fucking joke. But to me, right here, like you're tired, right? She definitely drunk right now. She did it. She fell asleep behind the wheel of a parked car. She wasn't driving. I personally thought it was responsible for her not to drive. And that's not what happened. I think she was driving and then she stopped. But she was so drunk that she shouldn't have been behind the wheel in the first fucking place. Okay? I've never seen anyone get charged for a DUI while parked. Well, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. That's crazy. I also feel like this case might have been something being, used as collateral for her. I'm not exactly sure, but I never trust anything to be as straightforward as they make it seem. But I'm praying for the girl. So let me respond to something before I move on. Am I going to talk about Funky Dineva? I don't want to. I don't want to talk about that because I feel like I understood what he was saying and what he was trying to get across. But again, just like I said with Saucy Santana, it reminds me of when Erykah Badu made that comment about having compassion or feeling bad for Hitler. Y'all remember that comment that she made? Y'all remember that? And it's like one of them times where I feel like when people think really deeply about things, they're able to sometimes arrive at a place of compassion for even the most fucked up people. Funky was talking about the situation with David and Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And he was basically saying that I feel sorry for somebody that wakes up one day and finds themselves attracted to children. And everybody took that like, you know, Funky Dineva is promoting MAPS in some type of subliminal way. I don't necessarily feel like he meant it that way. I just don't. I don't. And it is because I feel like David is also very young, and it's odd for David to be 21 years old and at 18 you wanted to fuck with an 11-year-old. What happened? How did we get there? If you actually have that conversation about how an 18-year-old kid ends up wanting to molest an 11-year-old, that's still very young. So I feel like if we're being honest about the conversation, wouldn't we wonder who was fucking with David in order for David to get like this? Would we not take it there? So I felt like that was more so what the conversation was about. Not necessarily that we feel bad for people that molest children, but how one even has that type of attraction so young. You're still a kid. Why are you attracted to younger kids? That deeper conversation about how David became the type of person that would want to molest Celeste Rivas Hernandez is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I agree with what was said. What he said is that, you know, I feel bad for somebody that feels that way. Okay. I will say I feel bad for people who have been molested and then go on to molest other people, because at some point somebody corrupted you in order for you to start to corrupt other people. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like this conversation was actually about. But when you say things on social media, especially, you know, and he mentioned it as a gay man, the way they're trying to frame gay people right now, the way they're trying to frame trans people right now, it's a lot of shit on social media that has you getting mad at every LGBTQIA person you see on the internet. Even the situation with Drew Afalo that I talked about with that clip, making that, you know, and I've seen some takes on that clip that say, hey, you put a target on trans women's back with that conversation. I respect all of that. At the end of the day, what I am feeling mostly is that we're having these conversations amongst ourselves. But what the greater feeling is that we need to have issue with LGBTQIA people. As if every other day a straight person is not fucking with a kid. So, as somebody that gets up here and pops they shit, if somebody wanted to misconstrue what I say, they can. That doesn't mean they know what I actually feel or what I meant. And because he is my friend and I have been around him, I feel like Q likes adults. Q likes grown-ass people, okay? And so I'm not going to act like that means something that I don't necessarily feel like it means. I don't feel like he was, I don't feel like he was condoning it. It's just a deeper conversation that a lot of people should not be having. That's how I felt about it. Okay? But I do not feel like it is the perpetuation of a situation the way people are trying to make it seem. And I think when it comes down to it, if that means that you want to start, you know, paying attention to what, sure, absolutely. But also be paying attention to these women, because I have questions about David's mother. I have questions about David's mother. To be honest, when I think about the way David's mom showed up in his career and to protect him and all of that, and having this attitude towards Celeste as if she was the problem and not a fucking child in a situation, it reminds me of the Malcolm Jamal Warner situation. Different, but I look at the mother sometimes like, what did you do? What did you do to create the person that you created? And you're aiding and abetting in the things that they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Yes, they want to understand abusers and write off runaway kids like Celeste. Yeah. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to over empathize with abusers. I'm not going to over empathize with pedophiles. I'm just not going to do that. That's for somebody else. To me, honestly, most of the time, every time I see one of these stories, anytime I see anybody up here that is for the subjugation of women and children, this is me. Now, I can't say that on the internet. But remember when some was click, boom? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm not about to like frame that conversation as if I felt like that's what it meant. Because I don't think that that's what he meant in the way it was being taken. And I think that that's dangerous to do to people. I do. Just like another content creator. Y'all, I didn't even want to talk about this because it's not on my list. But since we're talking about content creators, I had to unfollow a content creator that I really like today because you taking this dick sucking shit too far. Okay? So I'm not even going to mention any name. But there's a content creator that has made it their business to defend Cardi B on the internet. And I've already said, if you want to have any real legitimacy to what you're doing, don't do that. Don't make yourself a mouthpiece for a fucking celebrity because like they gonna always be having you out there running that shit and you don't need to be defending no bullshit. If you like Cardi, I don't think you need to defend Stefan Diggs. I think that's weird. I'm sorry. I think it's fucking weird to defend. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Where was I? Yes. Okay. So the content creator made a video today and it took a video that Samira made and framed it as if Samira is being obsessive when it comes to Cardi B. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared because Samira made a video where she basically is redoing Cardi B's ad for Old Navy. And Samira redid it and added her song to it.
Tuesday, you tried to be choosy.
Okay, and reading a book called Fearing the Black Body. I'm confused about why this is now being perceived as obsessive and dangerous of some, like, girl, cute as a button. I don't understand why this was perceived as something that should be, oh my God, it's an obsession at this point. I'm actually scared. Because she copied the photo shoot and added her song to it, trolling on the internet like she always does, like everybody likes to do. The fact that y'all don't think that Cardi B doing the Old Navy shit was trolling Samira in some way, To me, Samira is trolling back. To me. I don't understand how y'all can think this means, and it really kind of pissed me off because you're like a professional in a respect, and you literally got up here on the internet and made it seem like this woman could possibly be obsessed and Cardi B should be in fear of Samira because of this post. I need to read that book. I'm confused at how trolling and copying a photo shoot means I'm super duper obsessed. Even though me and this woman have gone backs and forths. I'm not a random bitch on the internet that's obsessing about somebody that has never said anything to me. I really don't understand why when Samira is responding to the bullshit that goes on between her, Cardi B, some of these brands, y'all motherfuckers in her comments, why do you make it seem as if this girl is now crazy and, oh my God, we should be worried? I had to unfollow at this point because I already thought it was weird about the Stefan Diggs shit. Like, you don't know this nigga. She don't know that nigga. She's sitting up there acting like she don't know that nigga like dick. You don't need to be defending Stefan Diggs on behalf of fucking Cardi B. Cardi B don't need to be defending no motherfucking Stefan Diggs. But cool. That's one thing. For us to now act like Samira is some fucking mental patient that Cardi B needs to be in fear of after weeks and weeks and weeks of people attacking Samira in her comments on post. Y'all have been going in on Samira for weeks. I have seen so many content creators that I have never fucking seen before that have never had a viral hit video. They got a viral hit video when they was talking shit about Samira because being fat phobic is popular. Being fat phobic will make you go viral, even if you don't have no motherfucking followers, and even if you're just repeating garbage you've heard from other content creators with larger platforms. They were using Samira for clout. And her responding to that, however she decides to respond to it, with a song she already had, I don't see the fucking problem. And I'm annoyed that y'all are trying to make her out to be something like a crazy internet person and not somebody that has every right to respond to how y'all feel like y'all can go at her fucking neck over every little thing because she's fat and has the audacity to point out all of the fat phobia and hypocrisy. Y'all are pissing me off. Maybe y'all haven't read Samira's comments, but Samira's comments are full of people that do not like her and that they themselves do not like themselves and find her comment section a place for them to just put all of their hatred. The shit that they say to her in the comments is ridiculous to me. Block her. Don't follow her. But the concentrated amount of hate that Samira gets simply for pointing out the terrible, harmful, fat-phobic diet culture that we live in this country is ridiculous to me. It is ridiculous to me that somebody that is advocating so that you don't hate your body, that's advocating so that you will have an easier time buying your fucking clothes at the store, I hate it here. I hate it here. Let me see. Has Amira said anything? Let's see. What is this? And look, this is Old Navy in her fucking comments. For everybody that thinks you beefing with a brand, people work at brands, y'all. Fatphobic, ignorant motherfuckers work at brands. Y'all in 2026, where a brand can be on Twitter arguing with another brand, and y'all think the shit is funny, but it just goes to show where we at with it.
Over there trying to be funny? You over there trying to be funny?
Yeah, they over there trying to be funny.
Bet. Old Navy, you.
Somebody in the comments says she's beefing with Cardi because her name too close to cardio. That has 15,000 likes. Mind you, you dropped a whole diss track on a clothing store. That has 154,000 likes. That's also not true. As we've said repeatedly, the song is old and she reposted it in response. Why not? Why not? Just like every time I run back my Pick Me song. If it fits, okay? Oh no, here come another song. Remember, y'all, her lawyer is in Paris because she said that her daddy from New Orleans and her lawyer is from Paris. Mind you, not fitting to do nothing to Old Navy. Y'all rude. It's clearly something wrong with her. It's clearly something wrong with her. So now we're making her out to seem as if she's mentally unwell. It's not that deep. Oh my God. Girl, what you gonna do? Genuinely, what does Old Navy owe to you? The amount of regular people that are arguing on behalf of a corporation. Are you bitches okay? Are y'all fucking the nigga that owns Old Navy or something? The way y'all are in the comments defending the corporation that is Old Navy, that acted like they gave a fuck about y'all being size inclusive and then took the shit back. Y'all in the comments defending the corporation? You regular, schmegular motherfucking people that they won't pay a livable wage to. You're in the comments defending the corporation. Because Cardi did an ad with them. That is interesting. Old Navy are in their own comments, not Samira's. Oh, okay. Okay, my bad, y'all. You're right. It says creator. But they are, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm so wrong for that. Delete everything I just said. I mean, this feels like Old Navy may not be in her comments, but somebody put her in there and they said, can't wait for you to join. To me, like, I don't know, like responding to the comment with her in it. No, girl. But you're right though. You're right. I'm fucking up. Cause this pissed me off. I just want to see because y'all pissing me off.
Over there trying to be funny?
Because I feel like it's weird that people are acting like these people don't know who she is. To me, this still validates the fact that you know who she is and you're playing a part in this little back and forth. But y'all are going to keep commenting, talking about she's unwell. Y'all are pissing me off. And I was supposed to go to Old Navy and go shopping this weekend because I have a credit card that I've had for over a decade now. But now I'm starting to feel a fucking way. Why do you shop at Target when they got rid of DEI? Since it's one of the only stores that carries my size in store, my area was so difficult to understand. So inclusivity only matters when it includes you. The fact that they keep trying to make it seem like this is like her only caring about her personally being able to go and shop in places is ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous to me. This comment just ignores the entire, like, talking about please answer this. Why should somebody have to answer this? She's advocating so she has more options to shop. If she had more options to shop, then maybe she wouldn't be shopping at Target. I've said that repeatedly when it came to the Target boycott. Y'all act like people have all of these fucking options. They don't. And that is by design, because that's what the corporations lobbied your government for. Refocus, people. Refocus. And you know, everybody's gonna make their videos. Everybody's gonna say they hate her. 2.3 million followers. I don't know how she deals with it, to be honest. I don't know how she deal with it. I really, really don't. Cause me personally, when I get in her comments and see some of the shit y'all be saying to that lady, I be wanting to click on y'all shit and rib the fuck out y'all. I seen a bitch shaped so much like a motherfucking box. I was like, ho, you being thin don't even fucking matter, because your shape is definitely not attractive. The fuck is you in this lady comments talking shit to her for? She can be a size fucking 30, and guess what? Her proportions is still better than yours. SpongeBob shaped bitch. And if you wasn't in her comments shaming her, I wouldn't have had nothing to say. I didn't do it, but I wanted to do it real bad. I wanted to do it real bad. Do they know what the word inclusivity means? I don't think they know what it means. They want to answer to a question that's not even being asked right. Shopping at the one place that has my fucking size. What the fuck does inclusivity have to do with that? What are you talking about? And then y'all act like the lady was asking y'all to boycott some shit. Lady ain't ask y'all to boycott nothing. She just said what the fuck she said about it. Y'all get online and defend a corporation that barely won't pay people a livable wage. Shut the fuck up. Let's move on. And y'all can keep calling shit rage bait as much as y'all want to call it rage bait. If I decide to get up here and rage about it, then it worked, and I'm still cursing they fucking ass out. I got it off my chest. You already done made me the fuck mad. And I just don't like the bullying shit. And that's what I feel like y'all continue to do. I don't like it. And so I'm going to say something about it. It don't hurt me to curse y'all the fuck out. It don't. It don't. I'm great. The fuck? Let's move on. Okay, so I wanted to hop on this Peter Thomas shit. Let's get on this Peter Thomas shit.
Are you surprised that she is still a part of the show?
Yeah, she don't know how to let go of shit like that. She counts her pennies. Come on, you know Cynthia.
Oh.
You know Cynthia.
Counts her penties. Counts her penties. Listen, I don't want nobody ever referring to my dividends as pennies if they had to ask me for motherfucking money. If you had to ask me for money, it ain't pennies, bitch. Whatever pennies it was, you needed it because you didn't have them. Who people talking to today? Who's everybody talking to today?
And
Okay.
I live.
Yeah, and I don't blame her.
No, but my point is,
Mhm.
let's be real.
Yeah.
Everyone counted her out when
Yeah.
you and her divorce and when her and Nene friendship ended. They all said, without Peter and Nene, you're nothing. So I will say,
That's such a
I
weird
am
thing to
proud
tell a
that
model.
she's showing people she can stand on her own 2 feet. Are you?
No, she is.
I know, but
I am proud.
Okay,
I
so
am
you
proud
are
of
proud.
her. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she's not standing on her own 2 feet. She's standing on Porsches.
Yes, I am proud.
Okay.
I don't watch the show. I don't, but when I see clips from it, okay, because I see clips on my Instagram all the time and feed on Facebook, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, oh shit, the nigga know how to talk now. She know how to stand up for herself now. That shit is dope.
No, she's
but
doing. She's
what's
doing
this year 2009?
She knows how to talk
we in
now. We calling you a punk. Ain't that some shit? I think it's very interesting for a man that used to fuck you to talk about you like you a punk or some shit like that. Sure.
2026. Come on,
17 years later. No,
Yeah,
see,
17
When the truth of the matter is, if she wasn't a punk, you wouldn't have been able to take advantage of her, would you?
years later.
she's doing an amazing
Yeah.
job. So look, there are rumors that you and Todd Tucker are doing a reality show together.
Oh, wow.
Is that true?
Okay, now I did an interview with Michelle Brown, and Todd had told me that he wanted to do something with the guys, and when I was on it, okay, because Michelle is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
So I was laying in my bed in the halfway house, all right, and it's still prison, by the way. Halfway house is prison. And
We know.
when I was laying in my bed and doing the interview, I said, yo, me and Todd said, she says it's true that the romance. I said, yeah, it is.
Are you surprised that she is still a part of the show?
Yeah, she don't know how to let go of shit like that. She counts her pennies. Come on, you know Cynthia.
She don't know how to let go of shit like that. Y'all know Cynthia been working on my nerves. But for this fuck ass nigga that climbed off that lady back to come to us talking about her like he better than her, you cheesy funky feet nigga. I can't stand when a man needed you to put him on. He needed your clout, your beauty, and all of that shit. Crying at the fucking wedding, asking for fucking money. Ain't showing up with nothing but dick in a nice suit. And because Cynthia, as beautiful as she is, had low self-esteem, she was willing to be with a nigga that wasn't coming to the table with nothing but a mouthpiece and some penis. And now, after getting out of jail, after a prison stint, because you don't want to pay your taxes, you come to us talking about that lady like you are better than her. Because that's what it sounded like. It sounded like he talking about this lady like he better than her. That's what he looked like to me. He looked like one of them men that, you know, they got shit in between their toes that they got to clean out because I guess they don't clean between their toes when they take a shower or something. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Men that be smelling like feet. That's why I said cheesy. Because he looked like the type of nigga that if you catch him around the house, if he not smelling like a bottle of fucking cologne, he smell like feet.
Why are you dating Peter Thomas?
You said why or while?
Why?
I mean, it's like,
why would the question be while? We 1 second in. I think we've discovered that she's not bright. I think that's what we just discovered. The 32-year-old is not bright. Why would he have said while? Do you know what the word while means? What?
It's about who he is, honestly. I mean, for me, it's more so the character opposed to his name. You know?
How did y'all meet?
She can't even get her own seat. She can't even get her own chair.
We met in Miami at a day party.
Yeah, at Dua. Okay, on April 6th.
That's how. April 6th, 2024.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was the one online arguing on his behalf while he was fighting some other girl over him while he was in jail.
And he approached you?
No, we looked at each other across the way, and I looked at her and I said, "You're beautiful," and she said, "Thank you." And she was with her friends. And
did he just try to make it seem like it was a mutual situation and not an old ass man running up on a young girl? Aha.
She was dancing, and then I kept on looking over there, and she's looking back. And
right, because we can't see when a nigga staring at us.
I did. My friends was with me. Lou Tucker was with me, and I'm like, and she came over, and like 20 minutes later,
it's more like
we
a
were,
hit now, like you know, like
yeah, we were holding,
like one of these.
What up, dog?
Like, bring your ass over here.
Yeah.
And you said, okay.
I'm like,
yeah,
let me see what he
we
talking
were
about.
holding hands 20 minutes later.
Did you know who he was?
Not until after the fact, until I walked away from him, and my friends was like, "That's Peter," and I'm like, "What?" Because to me, I'm like, it was more like a.
It is giving. She think he has money. and maybe was shocked by the dickmanship?
Chemistry thing. You know what I mean? It's like in the club, loud music, it's dark, you know.
Girl, is it chemistry or is it just that you're young and haven't really experienced a lot of men coming at you like they want to, you know, pull you closer with their dick? That's what I think. A lot of you, like a lot of the younger niggas don't have the level of intensity that old niggas will have when they trying to fuck you. It was chemistry. It was game.
And then once I walked away, they're like, that's Peter. I'm like, Peter? They're like, Housewives Peter. I was like, are you sure? They're like, girl, that's Peter. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, well, hey.
Do you have kids?
No.
Oh.
No biological.
Wait, I'm sorry. I read that wrong, y'all. She's not 32. They're 32-year age difference.
Kids.
Do you want kids with Peter?
I feel like...
You gotta ask Peter that. Then you gonna ask her that.
I mean, what do you mean? Because that matters too.
Her body, her choice.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
My
baby.
body, my choice.
I mean, you have a little
What's
say,
wrong
but
with
she
you?
has the main say.
Exactly.
Okay.
Maybe like...
No, but
like
you're not
80%. And it's like...
Do you hear how everything has to be a competition between a man and a woman? No. That's why I don't. Listen, any nigga that wants to have an argument every 2 seconds because they need everybody to know they're the man, and men are better than women. That's what this energy gives. Ew.
Yeah.
20. It's like,
Honey, he's not asking Peter if Peter wants to have an infant.
Well, let me ask
Yeah.
you: Do you want to have kids?
I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Okay, that's fair. Would you want to have more kids?
No, that's a lot of work.
Okay.
But if it happened, I'm for it.
Well,
but I'm not looking for it to take
Are you
place
guys using protection?
Hello, thank you. Next question.
No, we're not.
Well, so what do you mean? Your bed. So
Yeah, but only God could make that call.
Only God can make that call. So I'm going to keep having unprotected sex with this girl. And if she gets pregnant, then I'm just going to deal with it. Do you see how a 60-something-year-old man can have the brain of a fucking teenager? White hair means nothing. My God.
You're not doing anything to prevent it, though.
Yeah. But only God could make that call.
It's not God. It's not God, sweetie. It's not God. See what I'm talking about, y'all? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? So then it would be God. No, it would be a concerted amount of ejaculation into this woman's womb at the time where it is most susceptible. It's called ovulation. Don't add God to this. This is mechanics. This is secular shit. Remember, this is of the woman. So this is of the body. This is secular. This is not a spiritual fucking thing. You allowing for the pregnancy to happen, to me, gives, you want her to get pregnant so you could trap her. She's stupid. So she think getting pregnant by a nigga that pretend like he got his shit together but really don't at 60-something years old is a good thing. No. I'm sure she sees it. She's 33. Okay. I'm sure she sees this as an opportunity to get on reality TV. You better not have no motherfucking baby with that old ass nigga. Because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I hope y'all enjoying the show. Did you like the video? Have you shared me? Have you hyped me up, if you will? I don't know if you have. Girl, I need a vacation. Y'all know I'm going, girl, I got to go order my clothes. I was trying to be ethical. But goddamn it, I might have to run and get a Shein order before I go to Mauritius, because Reset by Design Wellness is going to East Africa in September, sweets. And of course, I'll be showing you guys what it's like. I've never been there before. Hadn't even heard of it before Ty wanted to go there. So I can't wait. We're going to Fiji and Bali next year. So if you want to come with us, if you're interested in just getting some information, go to resetbydesignwellness.com. The link is in the description box. Now, it'll send you to the Mauritius trip. But all you have to do is go to the top of the page and click on the 3 dots or the home page at the top of the page. And it'll send you to wherever else you want to go on the website to look at other trips. Okay? Other retreats. Just go ahead and toggle the page, girl. Okay? I'm going to put that Fiji and Bali one in there today. All right? But yeah, everybody, if you want to go with us to Fiji, go ahead and sign up, girl. Going where the water be. All right? All right. Okay, so Nolan Wells, really quickly, I don't want to stay long on this, but I did want to listen to this clip with you guys. One of Nolan Wells' friends is calling out the late teen's mother, saying her social media posts were at least partially responsible for some of the hate being thrown their way.
I don't give a fuck what you asking. Get off. Get your motherfucking hands down. Man, come on.
Now that I've gotten that off my chest.
How do you guys think that this should have been put out to the world?
So,
no, Fiji is not only women.
First off, I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and another guy. That's where it first started to take off. And then also the fact that she posted a picture of me and Morgan and another guy and Nolan on the boat together, blasting that out there, pushing this narrative, kind of, I guess. I wish that would have never happened either.
Oh, so we're blaming the mother of the dead child for how she responded to her child ending up dead around all of you. She wasn't supposed to say who her child was with last because it was going to, send people questioning you guys, you great white little kids that I'm sure didn't do anything wrong in the situation, even though you're all lying. And she had to go to you guys' house to get her kid's cell phone. Why the fuck do you have his cell phone? Why is his cell phone not with his body if you didn't do anything to him? So many questions. Why are all the people in you guys' weird ass little town fighting to act as if this was all just an accident, when if it was an accident, y'all would have just called the police. Y'all wouldn't have just left him on the beach. You would have called the police. It's giving foul play. It's giving cover up. It's giving what white people do when they run small towns. Which is why a lot of black people go to cities, because nobody wants to be in the hands of a fucking hick with a hard-on for black people.
I don't think those would have never happened. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have been as viral.
How do you guys?
It should be viral. We should find out what happened. If he was white, you guys would have wanted for it to be on all the news stations. You would have picked all of the best pictures. You would have whitewashed the history of the person so that everybody can feel sorry for them and wonder what happened to them. And I'm sure if this was a white person's child, that shit would have been being investigated by the motherfucking federale hood by Monday. It happened over the weekend. Yeah, Officer Tatum and his internalized, racial issues, like his hatred of himself and this love of rage baiting and upsetting black people, as if this type of coonery has ever worked for black people. The only time this type of coonery has worked for a black person, it happened once and it hasn't happened since. He's on your Supreme Court. That was the last time. Every other time, get this ignorant nigga out of my face. My God. Speaking of other ignorant niggas, well, y'all.
In court is.
You can't trust the police, but y'all knew that.
Prosecutors read through accounts of 18 men in handcuffs being sexually abused by a former North County Police cooperative officer. 36-year-old Marcellus Blackwell pleaded guilty to 18 counts involving kidnapping and depriving victims of their rights. It turns out he was doing this during a time we interviewed him for an unrelated report about officer recruiting. This was in 2023, shortly before he was accused of molesting men in his custody. A prosecutor read through each accusation, saying Blackwell turned off his body cam each time and recorded his acts with his own cell phone. Blackwell acknowledged his guilt without saying anything else. U.S. Attorney Thomas Albus came out to speak after the hearing.
Sad day in a lot of ways. This frankly disgusting conduct that you heard recounted to Judge Lanahan that Mr. Blackwell did accept responsibility for. We think of the victims today, and they were in a particularly vulnerable situation.
Blackwell was coming up on his trial day.
Child, let's read this, because my God. Marcellus Blackwell, a 36-year-old former officer with the North County Police Cooperative, pleaded guilty. I don't know why is it pleaded guilty instead of pled guilty? Pled guilty to charges of sexually abusing 18 men in his custody. Blackwell faced 18 counts of deprivation of rights under color of law. It was revealed that he deactivated his body camera before the abuse in his police vehicle and recorded it, because they wrote this wrong, y'all, and recorded it all with his personal cell phone. 16 of the victims were handcuffed. Y'all need to rewrite this article. Some typos and shit in here. Blackwell, the first victim came forward in June 2023. Then more came forward and the FBI took over the case, discovering that Blackwell had transported 15 victims to remote locations, including the rear parking lot of the NCPC and a nearby high school. The videos were found on Blackwell's Google Drive that confirmed the allegations. He is facing a sentence of 30 years. Remember when y'all asked people why they don't call the cops? This is one of the reasons. This is one of the reasons why you wouldn't call cops. Because they'll throw you in the back of their car and then take you to a location and fuck you against your will.
I don't give a fuck what you asking. Get off. Get your motherfucking hands down. Man, come on.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite clip that I've done. Yo, remember that surrogate story we talked about? What was that, last week? Update. Neighbors, we have an update on the surrogate who took legal action after refusing the biological parent's request to abort the baby she is carrying after he was diagnosed with a serious heart defect. McKenna West, an Alaska nurse and mother of two, is carrying a baby boy she calls Gabriel. The baby was diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, a condition that will require medical treatment and surgery shortly after birth. West traveled to Texas and asked the Dallas County Court to step in after the biological parents reportedly wanted the pregnancy terminated and allegedly did not agree to the medical treatment Gabriel would need after birth. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton later got involved, and on Tuesday, a judge issued a temporary restraining order requiring that Gabriel receive medically necessary care once he is born. The order also prevents anyone from withholding or interfering with his necessary treatment while the case continues. A legal guardian was also appointed to help ensure decisions regarding Gabriel's medical care are made while the case plays out. However, the victory came with a major condition for West. According to reports, she will not be allowed to have contact with Gabriel after he is born. I I might be wrong in this situation, right? Because I can see two possibilities, right? I can see a possibility where this child ends up, growing and still having to maybe get these treatments, but still being able to live a good life, and the parents feeling like, it wasn't a bad decision to keep and take care of the baby, even with the heart condition. That's one thing. On the other hand, this woman going to Texas, knowing that because they have very strong anti-abortion laws that they were going to side with her in this situation, it pisses me off. It really makes me upset. And I'm not going to lie, it makes me question the mental of women that are willing to farm their wombs to people. Because I often feel like and this I'm obviously like making a generalization here that may not be necessarily true. This is just how I'm feeling, y'all. Don't be upset. It feel like something wrong with you hoes. It feel like people who are willing to have babies for strangers for money. I don't know. And I'm sure that they're not always a sick bitch. But this feels like a sick bitch. This feels like a sick bitch, y'all. Because depending on the quality of life this child has, I really don't like that conservative Republicans love to do this whole we care about the baby, so make sure there's no abortion shit. But when the children need help or food, they say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And you say, okay, and then you go get a job, and the job doesn't want to pay you a livable wage. And they say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So you go get another fucking job, right? You go get 2 jobs, and it never ends and it never stops, and things get more expensive, and you're making the same amount of money, and the child needs more and more care on top of the things that children already need. And the government doesn't want to give handouts or aid to anybody unless they look like them or they specifically want to give it to somebody, then it's okay. And then underneath it all, it's just putting children at risk. And do you know what happens to children who are at risk? They get abused by adults. Guess who likes to abuse children a lot? Conservatives. They really like abusing children. It's their thing. I don't know if y'all have paid attention, but abusing children is definitely a conservative, cornerstone. That's why whipping your children is about colonialization. It's because you don't realize that the only reason why people whip their kids on this continent is because white missionaries forced it on the native people. Yeah, they showed up. They saw the way, there was no hierarchy in the family system of Native American people. The men and women, they had multiple genders. They, people were able to be in same-sex relationships. They were not exactly tied down to anybody. Men were married to women, and everybody was still able to go and have sex with people that they wanted to have sex with. The people that are supposed to be responsible for the children are responsible for the children. Everybody's responsible for the children because the children belong to the community, not just the women. The men weren't abusive to the children. They weren't abusive towards the women. They didn't feel like they owned them. They felt like they were living in community with them. They treated them with respect. And the white missionaries pushed child abuse and ownership of women onto the Native American people. It's actually documented. You can look it up. You can Google it, babe. It is documented. I believe I read that in Caliban and the Witch. I think it might have been Caliban and the Witch that I read that in. But please understand, beating the children and owning each other and the way we think about family systems and shit, girl, white people gave you that. Because I think they figured out that child abuse creates crazy people. And crazy people are kind of easy to control to some extent. if you think about how crazy people move and the things that they'll do. Child, the welfare shaming that they do to black women as if white people aren't the largest number of welfare recipients. My God. Black men who the only reason their mamas was able to fucking feed them is because the moms were on some type of public assistance, which they were honestly owed. As far as black women are concerned, I feel like we're always owed more than y'all are giving us. This whole fucking country is, I feel like, I'm a socialist at this point. Like, I think that things should be given to people, everybody. I sure do. You know why? Because you go to other countries and they do it. And everybody lives a way better life. It's easier to work when you don't have to worry about food and shelter and clean water. I thought y'all were a first world country. Seeing y'all continuously like vote, just be voting your rights away, going along with things that are not good for you just because you want to be able to keep somebody else from doing something. That's this whole fucking country. Biting ass, crab in a barrel, weird shit. People that don't want health insurance because they don't want other people to have health insurance. People that don't want rights because they don't want other people to have rights. You people make my ass twitch. My ass is twitching. Child, not only is there nothing wrong with public assistance, you have to think about the fact that the government disrupts the natural order of how people will be living their lives. They decided they wanted private property, and they decided they wanted people to work their land. If they were not forcing people to work their land, people would have their own land. They would have their homes. They would have small businesses of some sort. And that's how they would live. But because America wants to be a corporation of some sort that has everybody working like a fucking slave, not recognizing that they are a slave because you're at varying levels of slavery. And you think as long as when you look down, you feel better about it. That don't matter. You know, it doesn't matter that you're really low on the totem pole when you look up. They owe you the shit. They owe you the shit. They make it illegal for you to collect your own rainwater and then refuse to give you clean water. They make it hard for you to buy seeds to grow your own food and then decide they're going to kick all of the people that pick the fucking vegetables and fruit out the country all at once. I haven't been able to get the same amount of produce in like 2 years. I haven't been able to get the same amount of produce that I used to be able to get. I don't know if y'all noticed that. For all you fat phobic fucks that want to tell people what they need to be eating. You know how hard it is to get? And yes, it is smarter for people that got their gardens and shit. People doing that way more now. People are becoming more self-sufficient because a government that is making it hard for them, making it damn near illegal to be self-sufficient, is telling you that you just need to shut up and take this bullshit. It's telling you that you don't deserve to have a decent quality of life as you pay into a system that ultimately gives you crumbs. And then don't even talk about doing all of that weird ass engineering on the food and the seeds and shit. Now bananas ain't got no seeds. Girl, did you know bananas had seeds? I had no idea. Bananas was supposed to have motherfucking seeds. I just wish that people saw it. I wish that when you saw that it was all coming from the same thing, that even if you're in, you know, it was difficult for you sometimes to try to unwrap yourselves from some of the phobias, that you would try anyway, because all of it is harming you. All of it, the intersectionality of all of this shit. Girl. My God, let's get into chaotic. I love y'all too. According to a criminal warrant exclusively obtained by the docket diva, Love and Hip Hop star Chaotic is accused of intentionally using his hand to penetrate the sexual organ of a woman without her consent. Chaotic is charged with 1 count of aggravated sexual battery and is currently being held at the Fulton County Jail as exclusively reported. His next court date is scheduled for August 28. Disclaimer, an arrest is not a conviction. Chaotic is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in court. As if people were going to actually run to believe a woman accusing a nigga that y'all like of something. Okay. Anyway, not saying that I don't run to disbelieve, because I know how often niggas feel entitled to access to women's bodies, and how often the women that they do this to don't communicate clear, boundaries sometimes, and don't recognize and don't have discernment. So they end up around niggas that don't care about their boundaries of self-respect, like them, the people that go around Blueface in them and find themselves being disrespected. The girls that went to Adrian Bronner's, streams and all of that. It's women that put themselves in situations from lack of discernment, or feeling like the possibility of being harmed isn't as great as the possibility of getting clout off of the situation. They're weighing it. And I guess to some extent, when people have already been disrespecting you, you kind of feel like, well, at least I'll be getting something for it, because people are doing it to you in private and you ain't getting nothing for it. Child, you see how I still find empathy for the girls? Because ultimately I be feeling like if your shit is down there and you going to these places, it's because somebody done already fucked over you. Like the parents, whoever, somebody have already made you feel like you don't deserve respect, and that's why you would end up around people like this, people like that. And I'm sorry, but I also don't trust people. I'm sorry. Some of y'all that do skits are cool, right? Not everybody that does skits is blurring this line between reality and entertainment. But people like Chaotic that blur the line between what can be perceived as real and what is something that's like a skit, those types of people worry me, because I believe you're purposefully blurring lines. So when shit happens, we don't know whether it's real or a skit. People like Ray J and them, yeah, that's the type of shit they like to do. I don't like that. That's weird to me. I don't like people that purposefully try to confuse you about whether something is real or it's fake. I don't like that shit. Now, Docket Diva said, I was trying to see if there was anything else. Yeah, no, we know all this. I didn't know the hand part, so he tried to finger somebody is what it sounded like. Yeah, let's have a conversation, you guys. I know, as women, because that's what I'm going to talk to about this. As women, you have got to understand that playing hard to get shit only allows for confusion. When you are a grown adult woman, you need to know when you want to fuck somebody. All of this playing coy and all of that shit, you need to have strong boundaries when it comes to what you are comfortable with and what you are not comfortable with. You don't let people touch you if you don't want to be touched. And if you feel that you're in a situation where somebody might want sex from you and you're uncomfortable with that, don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be alone with them. You want to act like it's not easy to get pressured into having sex with people. It is. Especially if you feel like if you fight, you might get hurt. So you might as well just allow the shit to happen. I'm not saying that that's the case in this situation, but I do believe that because a lot of young women and women in general like all of this, fighting and fucking shit, like you like that you're being chased consistently. That's the only way you feel like you're actually being wanted, as if somebody is willing to cross your boundaries because they just want you, they just want you, they just want you. And no. When you mature, you realize that energy is kind of the energy of somebody that wants to go against what you want, even in the moments when you really don't want it. When you want it, all of that shit seems cool. But the way men move If they are turned on by crossing your boundaries, they're going to be turned on when you tell them to stop because it hurts and they don't. When you try to push them off of you because now it doesn't feel good anymore and they don't listen to you and they keep fucking you. And then they're actually turned on by the fact that you're trying to push them off. And so they overpower you. And it turns them on that they overpowered you in that moment. It could be 5 seconds. But you would have felt the fear of the fact that you can't fight this person off of you and they're not respecting your no. Have clear boundaries. Understand that when people are always pulling and grabbing and not taking your trepidation into consideration, that is not a good thing. That is a person that will cross your boundary at a moment when you're looking for them to respect it. You have to pay attention to that when it comes to these niggas. Because there are way too many black women, and I'm talking about black women because that's, that's us, that are very attracted to men who have rape fantasies. You are attracted to men that want you to look like a child. I was out the other night. The girls walking around in them little ass skirts and kind of like the uniform, look, which don't get me wrong. I love a preppy fit. And I'm grown. I should be wearing a short skirt. But I've noticed that the niggas that are attracted to that, they're attracted to the fact that you look like a child. Why? That's one of the reasons why when I was in school, I didn't like to wear skirts because I felt exposed. You would have to wear shorts on under your skirt because if you don't have shorts on under your skirt, it feels like you are allowing like somebody to get to you. I always felt that way. I was one of them girls that I wanted to wear pants to school. I did not want to wear skirts. I don't know what it is. It just felt exposing. You have got to be clear about your boundaries, ladies. Now, niggas, it ain't many of y'all in here, but enthusiastic yes is the only consent. Grown adult, enthusiastic yes. Other than that, yeah. It can go bad and you should have a reverence for that. But also you should want to be clear on if the woman is actually comfortable with everything that's happening. The fact that y'all don't be thinking about if the woman is actually comfortable with everything that happens, it means the sex is not about her. It's about you. And when you are having sex with someone and it's not about the other person, it's only about you, you are masturbating with their body and that shit is dehumanizing. Be very clear on the type of intimacy you are having with these people. And you can say no at any time, and your no is supposed to be respected. And to the young women out there, and to the older women out there, you need to investigate if you have a problem with having clear lines and men that respect your boundaries. Because some of y'all, you don't want men that respect your boundaries because you think that's weak because you've romanticized rape culture. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. So I don't know what happened with Chaotic. I guess we'll find out. Do I have high hopes? Fuck no. Now let's move on because it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's stupid. But remember, we had conversations about pick-me's, right? And I told y'all that I feel like, women that are willing to act like a robot or a Stepford wife, like women who are supposed to be not being human so that they can be attractive to men. And I said that they're pick-me's because they're desperate. This is another pick-me. Okay? And again, what that means is I am willing to self-abandon. I'm willing to add shame onto myself because a man said so. Okay, I want everybody to be clear. Pick me. Self-abandoning, shaming, living in allowing for niggas to shame you. Right? When I feel like I don't know how you let niggas, because niggas are at large. Niggas are gross. Niggas are gross at large. They do disgusting things. They have sex with holes in the ground. They put their penises in all kind of weird people. They degrade themselves as black men and do race play with white women. That's also a level of pick me. You want to be picked by white people. The pick me's together is the niggas and the bitches that find each other. I hope all y'all find each other. But you will self-abandon and you will shame yourself because a nigga said so. That's a pick me. Wanting love, wanting to be in a relationship with somebody that cares about you, that loves you, that respects you, that doesn't mean you're a pick me. What you are willing to give up for those things is what makes you a pick me. Because once you give up respect for a relationship, you have a relationship with no respect. If you don't respect you, he won't respect you. It's ridiculous, but that's the way people are.
Gas in front of me.
Okay. Oh.
That's a no-no.
Okay. That's a no-no for me.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
You wouldn't pass gas in front of your man, would you?
No.
Give me some.
Oh, give me some. Okay.
No. It's about, that's why you single. I'm going to be single then.
You should be single because nobody should be forced to be with you. You should be single. You like race play. That tells me you have issues with your blackness because you like to be degraded by young white women. Also, you like to have sex with teenagers. A 19-year-old is a teenager. You're a grown-ass man with kids that are older, and you had race play with a 19-year-old girl. You fuck teens. But a unpleasant smell in the air is where you draw the line. These types of ridiculous standards for women is a part of the misogyny of it all. The I have to be less of a human for your comfort.
I'm going to say things.
You know, I've said this to women before. I said,
girl, I have never been around grown people that's living in a house together that's not fighting on each other. I don't even understand how that could happen. I don't understand what type of uncomfortable, fucked up feelings you could be having in your body when you living around a man and you're not able to pass gas when you have it. Like, it's air in your body. Yes, it's unpleasant. But if women have to deal with the shit that comes out of men's asses, I'm always so confused. Because my dad used to be like that. Used to be like, annoyed. Like, men will do shit like want to fight on you. They will squeeze a fight out of their ass on purpose to gross you out. But you better not pass gas around them. I might have been like maybe 5 when I told my dad he sounded dumb. Between 5 and 7. The years mushed together for me. But I was very, very young, and he said that in front of me to my mom. And I remember being like, that's stupid. I knew that as a toddler. As a toddler, bitch, I knew that that's stupid. because men are gross. How dare you? How dare you, nasty ass nigga? How dare you, funky feet ass nigga? How dare you, cheesy, Cheeto lace smelling ass nigga? How dare you? How dare you? You're gross. Your moan isn't even attractive, nigga. How dare you? And see, that type of audacity that y'all allow men to have is where the line is drawn for me. That's where the line is drawn for me. You're not gonna showcase this level of audacity around me. That's why niggas don't like me. Because when I recognize that you think you up here and women down here and they need to do all of this, oh bitch. Oh bitch. She's agreeing with him. She look like she holding a fight in right now.
Men have us on a pedestal. We're the princesses.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They don't have you on a pedestal. It's not a pedestal, bitch. A pedestal would imply that they treat you well. At large, you are not being treated well.
Yes.
And they want to keep us up there.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom always told me a man should never know when you go into the bathroom to do number 2. And he should never know when you should never pass gas in front of him. That's what my mom always said.
And your mom gave you terrible advice because it is impossible to live long term in a household with a person and they never know when you're going to the bathroom. Also, I feel like these niggas don't love y'all enough. Maybe niggas didn't love your mama enough. Charlemagne said it best. I'll suck a fart out of a bitch ass. These niggas don't love y'all enough. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what it is. Cause I mean, I've had a nigga give me a enema before. Lyric will be on some shit like, you know, if I say, oh, my stomach, Lyric will start shaking you trying to get it out you and all of that. I don't understand this. Bitch, I don't understand this. I come from the school of a nigga better love your dirty drawers. What are y'all going through? What are y'all bitches going through out there? And then I would ask, do you have a man? If this is the type of shit that your mama taught you. Did your mama have a man and do you have a man? Girl, I'm not about to be sitting here cramping and having pain in my stomach so that a nigga that will fight in front of me won't have to smell my fight. Are y'all slow or what? Because these niggas is definitely fighting in front of y'all. And y'all just sit there, oh my God. And then when you got to do it, sitting there in pain, trying to run and hide and do it, man, nigga, blow the nigga spot up. What are you going to do? She's married, and this is how long she been married? Better question, bitch. Oh, you married? How long you been married? What kind of foolishness is that?
Thank you.
Unless you sleep or something. And it just happens.
That's forgiven.
But deliberately, my mom just said it should never happen.
I might wake you up and say, you might need to go to the bathroom. But if you...
But that's what my mom always said, and I've always stuck to that.
Thank you.
So, you know, even if I go, people always...
Why you saying thank you? You not fucking her?
Ask me, well, how you go to the bathroom? I'm a little ninja in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But what you expect her to go downstairs?
I used to, when I first started dating, I would sit on, I was like, can you go to Target?
And y'all, please don't get me wrong. There are women that are gross. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a woman that's trying to shit my pants or anything because, you know, like the niggas do. No. But I'm not going to be out here making myself uncomfortable and acting like I'm not a fucking human being. I'm not running any fucking where. Okay? Now, the best I got for you is I always carry body spray on me, bitch. Okay? Well, does not farting keep a man? It must be based on what they people think.
And you go to Whole Foods and get me something, and then I would go to the bathroom while she was gone. Or I would go back to the guest house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I came to L, I would go.
Is that bad, guy?
Child, we can't fart. We can't wear kitten heels. Girl, they don't want us to wear bonnets. They don't want us to wear wigs. They don't want us to wear lashes. That girl. And that's why I say, who gives a fuck?
You know, men, I say this on stage, men, y'all poop so different from us. Y'all poops be like aggressive. Like, why you gotta take your pants off?
I gotta be butt naked.
I don't understand.
I'm talking about all my stuff just piled up in the middle of the floor.
I do love that before you go spray too. I have those.
It be aggressive.
Cause I gotta be comfortable. I can't have my little leg close together like this.
And it be loud.
I'm sorry, but as a woman, as soon as you fight in front of me, you know it's over. I may not fight in front of you, but as soon as you fight in front of me, it's over. It's over. I don't know what we're talking about.
They don't get.
No, this is a real conversation. Her mom gave her this advice. And Shannon feels the same way because Shannon has very high standards for women. Very, 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 very high standards. Almost like he doesn't want them to meet those standards.
I don't care if we hear it.
No, I do.
Loud. You care.
Because I don't go to the bath. I won't even go to pee without turning the water on.
I don't like to hear it either.
Because I'm thinking about how, so you turn the water on when you peeing. To cover the sound of you peeing into the water? Are you not supposed to pee? Is it not supposed to make a sound? Are we supposed to be grossed out when we know that people pee? Are we grossed out when we pee? What's happening? Do I want to smell your pee? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I don't understand this type of policing of one's bodily functions in order to suit a nigga that look like he smells like a foot from time to time. You turning the water on to cover up the other water sound? So one water sound is better than the other water sound. The fuck is we talking about?
I got my twin. I found my twin.
You got your twin and you still wouldn't fuck her, because guess what? Guess what? She just like you, willing to hold in her fat and turn on water when she pee. But I bet you she too black and too big and too old for you to fuck.
You're the only person I know like
every
this.
Time.
Most men nobody in here doing that. They'll walk you through it. You hear them sit down. Ah, God, hey.
Like that.
Woo!
Now, see, another thing is that me and my husband have separate bathrooms, so that's another thing. We tend to use each other's bathrooms from time to time, right? Like my bathroom is the one in our bedroom. His bathroom is the one in the hallway up here. So we're not just walking in the bathroom on each other. There's vents, there's spray, there are incense calls. Hey, babe, give me an incense. This happens. We live together. We go together real bad. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening. I guess I've been living with a nigga for too long. I've been living with this nigga for how many years now? 15 years? We've been living together for 15 years?
Flushed the toilet 3 times. You filled up the toilet 3 times. That's the type of time you was. Yeah, men different.
I'm not going to the bathroom around somebody. I'm not going around somebody.
What
I'm
if
gonna
they spend the night?
I'll go down. I got 7.5 bathrooms. I find one.
So you going out the bedrooms?
I'll go. Absolutely.
We're not saying we like it, love. We're just saying it's ridiculous to expect people to be trying to hide this shit all the time. No, nobody wants to smell shit. That's why we don't have the same bathroom, and I'm not walking in the bathroom with you while you shitting. That's not happening either. But why we got to act like people shouldn't be doing these things is where the conversation is.
Absolutely.
I don't know about all that.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Trust me, my gag reflex, girl, it don't take much. I understand.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I can't. I get too embarrassed.
Really?
Yes.
No woman have ever in life, have you ever?
Nope. Never. Not pass gas in front of one. Never.
The gas I can understand because you don't know what's.
To me, I feel like you don't trust or feel comfortable around those women. That's what that sound like.
It's gonna come out. You know, we at that age and you think it's gonna be silent, then you get a whiff and you be like, oh.
It's absolutely not healthy to hold your gas in all the time. I want y'all to know that can fuck up y'all shit. Y'all do know that, right? You do know holding your fight in too much can actually like fuck up your like lower intestines, right? Y'all do know this. And this is also like a misogyny thing. I think that is something that has been pushed through misogyny, that women need to be like policing their bowels to this extent in order to not gross out men. Meanwhile, men are grossing you the fuck out and don't care. And you up there talking about, I love him.
Oh man,
I should have held
this
that one
gonna
in
be
a little
bad.
longer.
Okay. Wow, never.
I think the fact that they're even having this conversation shows how weird both of them are. Like, why is that even? No, it's absolutely childish. That's what I get. I get childish. I get regressed. I you know, that's what I get. I get a lack of maturation. Like, we don't have to talk about everything. Everything don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything don't need this over responsive disgust and all of this. Like, please, everybody grow the fuck up. And listen, I'm telling y'all right now, do whatever y'all want to do. Do whatever y'all want to do. But don't you be out here hurting yourself for no nigga's comfort. Don't you be sitting up there trying to hold shit in, stomach hurting, all fucking uncomfortable. Yeah, you don't put yourself through no type of unnecessary pain for no man. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Now, you do what you want to do. But as soon as them niggas fight or shit in front of you, you better get your motherfucking mind right. We ain't about to have this imbalance. Okay? We in no way care. Listen. Shannon Sharp needs to give vasectomy. Why are we talking about that? Where that came from? Folks got preferences. You can follow or move. Girl, who talking about preferences? What we got there? They must be behind somewhere. I don't know. I'm also tired of hearing about people's preferences. I wish y'all would just have them in your mind and in your spirit. I don't know why you got to keep talking to everybody about your fucking preferences. I don't know which ones we talking about. But just in general, bitch, if you don't like fat bitches, if you don't like dark-skinned bitches, if you don't like men who like men, if you don't, girl, keep that shit to yourself. Don't nobody give a fuck. That's a personal thing. Keep that to yourself. Be personal about it. Be personal about it. Fuck. It's a personal choice, a personal thing. Be personal about it. Because we didn't ask. All right.
You want to know something, though? Never trust a man who will cheat on his wife. And never trust a bitch who a fucking married man.
This is an angry little nigga, ain't he? This is an angry nigga. Yikes.
Remember that. And you will never like hear a lot of dudes say that because either them niggas like pretending with they self and they hiding something from the world. They just fuck niggas. You know? But I ain't got none of that to do. You want to know something, though? Never trust a man who will cheat on his wife. And never trust a bitch who a fucking married man. Remember that. And you will never like hear a lot of dudes say that because either them niggas like pretending with they self and they hiding something from the world. They just fuck niggas. You know? But I ain't got none of that to do.
Did he just offer that? Girl, did he just offer that up to us? Did we? Y'all, the comments is going in. I feel like y'all was like he was projecting, but it seemed like his mama might have felt the way.
Kentrell, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your fucking kids. Quit playing on me on this internet. I let you lie on me too many motherfucking times. I wasn't down there when you did that video with that man. That man wasn't in your kitchen while I was in your kitchen. Quit playing on me, bro. I don't give a fuck if you don't never call me. Just stop lying on me, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. They talk to each other like two niggas. I think that's an odd way for you and your son to be talking to each other. Let me tell you something. A lot of these men, Blueface, this one right here, there's some other ones out there, child, even Shannon. I do wonder how y'all, when did y'all mamas fuck y'all up? Because it's not just the mama, don't get me wrong. But the mamas did something specific that be having these niggas mad at their mamas like this. Like, it feel like, ma'am, you didn't love that child. It feel like you didn't love that child. That's what it feel like. It feel like you didn't have no type of sweetness, no type of real heart, no empathy, no care. It seemed like you ain't have none of that with this boy. And honestly, I've been around women from, y'all know they from Baton Rouge. I didn't been around. I didn't seen and been around some of the people, y'all. And honestly, there is I tell y'all all the time, harshness, cruelty amongst people you say you supposed to love and all of that. But then I said, motherfuckers don't know what love mean, I guess, if you think you just supposed to be being cruel to the people that you allegedly love.
Kentrell, you don't...
I think my relationship with my mama used to be a big part of my anger.
Used to be?
Until I told myself, like, it's just certain shit you can't fix. Like, certain people you're not going to just bond with in a way that you expect or the way that you desire. Basically, just long for and just hope for. So I started loving my mom from a distance. Like, today, I never speak to her again.
To me, this the type of nigga that was having all of them kids because he was trying to fuck the gay away. Niggas try to fuck the gay away. That's what this seemed like to me. I could be wrong.
Like what?
Because if he was, if he showed a tinge of femininity, it would have been beat and cussed and bullied out of him by not just that mama, but anybody in the vicinity. Those type of cruel bully type moments that people do to their kids, if they have any, if they have any type of femininity in them and they boys and they be in these certain areas and shit like that, especially in the South. Yeah. People abuse. To me, this is one of them children that y'all abuse severely. And this is how they show up in the world now. And this is why we ask y'all to stop having children if this is what y'all gonna do with them. That's why we don't want y'all to have kids. That's why we want you hoes to put a pause on your pussy sometimes, because all y'all do is bring men into the world that wreak havoc.
We'll never talk again. I know this for a fact. But I love her. Like, I care.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she know that too. I want her to know that. Mm-hmm. It ain't got nothing to do with no dollar. It ain't got nothing to do with my trauma no more. Or something that I was.
Nah, maybe Blueface, but not NBA Young. Why would you say not him? Why? What you see different? Tell me.
Supposedly angry about. Just love him. Cause that's, I think.
Sharonda never been to Korea a day in her life. Y'all just believe anything. Dumb fucks. Oh, Lord.
Your puss said you supposed to come to my defense and help me out, but you won't get on that bitch so I can come. Man, that retarded that lady know damn well nigga ain't say nothing about her wrong. All I said is I never talk to that lady again.
How is that not fucked up to tell everybody you never talk to your mama again? That insinuates she did something terrible to you.
On that bitch flash and talking about don't lie on me and this and that. Then, bro, you watch. She say she was right there while we did the interview. Man, this lady is fucking mentally ill. But just like me, though, she ain't never been a fucking career day in her life, you dumbass nigga. You watching this shit.
Yeah.
You literally watching. What the fuck is, man? Stop playing me, man. Man, say, main story, look. I ain't gonna even do it. Hey, just leave it alone. And it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right, son. It ain't right, bro. But everybody want to respond to me. Then, nothing. Now I can't go back to sleep fucking with you. Your pussy ass, you supposed to come to my defense and help me. A lot of people don't even know my relationship with this. I done seen this stupid ass hoe spit in my grandma's face. This stupid ass bitch done spit in my face before.
What did I just say? What did I just say? How low in the gutter and cruel do you have to be spitting in each other's faces? Mama spitting in grandmama face. Mama spitting in son face. What type of shit y'all think going on in that type of house? You think there's love there? You think a little boy being loved and cared about? Like, and then she's sitting there goofy as fuck with them big ass chains on her neck.
I got no love for that hoe. I don't get no fuck. Then a lot of niggas gonna get on this bitch and say, oh, when I see him, I'm gonna beat his ass by what he said about his mom. Boy, I will kill your stupid ass. You better ask her. Man, I'll kill your stupid ass. You better mind your motherfucking business. Then X got me so mad, he gonna post that stupid ass shit.
Yeah, you
dumbass nigga. But y'all, you had to do it. Call me and I can tell you, brother, lady never been a career day in her life. Can't you see she attention seeking? Man, y'all better leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck y'all better do, nigga?
Like me?
A lot of people don't even know
like, I guess we done. No, it's absolutely pure dysfunction, toxicity, cruelty, talking to them bad, down talking them, taking out all your frustrations on them, beating them for every little thing, being very homophobic in the way you talk to and about them, not showing them how to do certain things, and then talking down on them and telling them they ain't shit when they don't know how to do it. And it's because you don't know how to do it and you carrying shame and guilt behind not knowing how to do some shit. And so you take it out on your child. You have children that you're not supposed to have, but because you let a religion guilt you into keeping a baby, you're going to spend the rest of that child's life abusing it until it becomes a fucking traumatized, crazy ass adult that goes around having a whole bunch of children, traumatizing them and they baby mamas and all of that. Do you see how much harm you have contributed to? Cause you can't handle your shit. He had 14 kids. Y'all love passing down fucked up shit. Y'all love passing down fucked up shit. And when we be talking about, and that's the thing when we talking about like that DL conversation, and people just basically saying, not black women only, but women have a responsibility. Not even a responsibility. I'll just say, you have a part. You play a part in how these things happen. And I said, when I was on Armand Wiggins' show, I said, it's because y'all forget y'all are also these niggas' mamas. You're also their mothers that are hyper aware of their femininity and how they talk and doing shit that's too feminine, hyper policing them at a very young age. That amount of hyper policing causes a lot of holding shit in, and that builds a lot of resentment. Because y'all want to make sure that you raising them the right way when really you are oppressing them and turning them into psychopaths. And then you abuse them, beat on them. Then y'all have weird ass, covert or overt child incestuous relationships, making children responsible for you and whatever you got going on as a grown adult woman. You not having no self-control over your coochie and your emotions and constantly bringing in fuck ass niggas around your children. These niggas fucked up for a reason. I don't know why everybody be acting like women don't hold some accountability in some of this shit. And why some of these like homophobic attitudes and the shit that y'all say about men and all of that. How you think it don't have an effect? You think it's not gonna have an effect? You think that the boy children don't hear y'all talk about the men that way? And then adopt how they should move based off that? Be fucking for real, bruh. Because if I got to click on one more motherfucking video or some bitch, I'm like, y'all trying to blame us? Man. Bitch, be clear. No, it's not your responsibility to control what a grown man does with his dick. No. But the attitudes and the fucked up shit you perpetuate, yeah, you're responsible for that. You are. You absolutely are. The fuck is we talking about? Making me mad. Speaking of people that they shouldn't have never gave no fucking kids to, and this is gonna be my last story. Thank y'all for being here. I had to get it off my chest. I love it. I love it. This is good for me. Get this shit off my chest. This is good for me. I hope it's good for you. Celebrity blogger Perez Hilton hospitalized after allegedly harming himself during disturbing live stream. I want to know who gave Perez Hilton fuck-ass children. I didn't know when I first talked about this story that Perez Hilton children, I didn't know nigga had children. Nigga had children, and apparently the children were all in the fucking house. So not only did you traumatize everybody that saw that weird-ass shit, but you traumatized your kids. You people upset me. Like you people that really, y'all shouldn't have kids. And I say this all the time because y'all be on that. You don't think people can change for their kids? No, I don't. I think when people show themselves to be bad people by the way they handle other people, it shows that they have a capacity for harm and cruelty. And if you have a deep capacity for harm and cruelty, you can absolutely harm and be cruel to little human beings that have no rights because you're their parent. That's why I said what I said about old girl that be posting videos of her baby speaking different languages and shit. Like I'm somebody that don't understand that you can be extremely smart and still have a parent that's emotionally and physically abusive. The fuck is y'all talking about? Yes, I do consider harming yourself on live in front of your children as a form of child abuse. I do. Because to me, this was something you did low key, not just because you're having a mental break, but also for attention and also because you're upset that you're not able to get those numbers that you used to have on TikTok. That's what I heard. I heard on TikTok that he's had multiple pages on TikTok that keep getting taken down and he hasn't been able to break through over there like he wants to. And that was his attempt, I guess, at something. But yeah, I just don't believe, because I had to be reminded of the shit that Paris used to do. I put him in the back of my head and just remembered that I don't like him. That's all I can remember is that I don't like him. But I forgot that he the one that yelled fire crotch to Lindsay Lohan and got a picture. Like there was a time period where they kept getting these girls getting into cars and taking pictures of them and if they had underwear on and if they didn't have underwear on. And I'm a kid, so I'm not obviously perceiving this as the fucking violation that it is. Do you know how crazy that is for this nigga to get famous from posting shit like that on the internet? Fuck him. Who gave him kids? Let me read what they say before I get out of here. Paris is receiving medical care after a disturbing live stream prompted multiple calls to authorities. In a response from the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office, according to officials, deputies were dispatched Tuesday after concerned viewers reported that the 48-year-old media personality appeared to be harming himself during a social media live stream. When authorities arrived at his Miami area residence, they confirmed he was alone inside and initially focused on de-escalating the situation while continuing to monitor him from a safe distance. Hours later, the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office confirmed that the individual believed to be Perez Hilton had been safely recovered and transported by Miami-Dade Fire Rescue to a local hospital where he is receiving medical attention. The department also said its crisis response unit and licensed mental health professionals were on scene, providing support and resources to his family. Hilton, whose real name is Mario Armando Lavanderia Jr., has been open about recent health struggles. Earlier this year, he revealed he spent 21 days hospitalized after developing sepsis, describing the experience as life-changing and saying he was eager to return home to his 3 kids. They saying he was alone and the kids wasn't in the house. Because I feel like if you do shit like that, there are other times when you're falling to pieces and your kids are having to be parentified because you don't have your shit together. That's what comes to mind in that type of situation. And then Ireland Baldwin puts Perez Hilton on blast over years of alleged harassment. Ireland Baldwin shared a statement reflecting on her past experiences with celebrity blogger Perez Hilton, accusing him of publicly humiliating her family for years. In the post, Ireland alleged Perez sexualized her from a young age, commented on her weight and body as a child, made hurtful remarks about members of her family, and created edited images involving her mother and a family friend. Despite the allegation, she ended her message by saying she hopes he gets the help he needs and heals, adding that his children deserve a healthy father. So if a man is willing to do that to somebody else's kids, I definitely don't trust them with their own children. I don't trust the negative self-talk that you might be saying to those children if this is the way you decided to handle other people's kids consistently throughout your entire career. He outed Lance from NSYNC too. That doesn't shock me. Honestly, I feel like the nastiness that is involved, y'all would like to say is like a Wendy thing, and I don't think so. I think it's a Perez thing. I think Perez is the person that probably really, really created the space for blogs to be extremely nasty and that receive high regard. I feel like, because we had like tabloids and stuff. But the pictures and all of that, like drawing dicks on people's faces, like that took that shit to a whole nother childish, weird ass level.
He kept you super busy. She was by far the person I wrote about the most on my website. He is passing out at a club, released an album that bombed, more custody drama.
I hate the fact that they playing that music. I have to stop it. But yeah, he's talking about how he was one of the people, responsible for the mental break that Britney Spears had. Piece of shit. Child, what about, he outed Neil Patrick Harris too? He wasn't attempting suicide, y'all. That's not what he was doing. That is not what he was doing. I feel like what he was doing was meant to get attention, not to end his life, but to get attention. I believe they said he was on live for 40 minutes, 20 minutes, between 20 to 40 minutes, something like that. And that shit stayed up for a minute. He was on live like that. Yeah, a lot of self-hate and projection. Absolutely. That's exactly what it feels like. That's why I said that would be Howard Stern. Oh, definitely Howard Stern as well. Paris, I think, added to my generation, Howard Stern, of course, goes way back. You know, I think Howard Stern was like in the 70s and the 80s and shit too. Of course, also in my time, but Perez was more prevalent in my generation than that weirdo nigga. But I'm aware of him, and I also don't like him either. It's a lot of men involved in media in a certain manner that cover celebrities that I think they use their position and what they do as a way to abuse women. And a lot of it, you know, it feels like a envy, a deep rooted vitriolic envy. But anyway, y'all, let me read my super chats and I have to go. We talked about the Love and Marriage Huntsville trailer yesterday. What else? Okay. J Ray, thank you for the super chat. Boo. Let me blow this up. Angela was a whole scammer using elderly family members' socials to take out loans to pay that mortgage. Pre-Charles, no different from Kelly, if not worse. Wow, that sounds a tad bit worse. Elderly family members? It sounds worse. It sounds worse. Taking a loan from niggas and paying some of it back is not the same thing as stealing from your grandma. That's harsh. Where did y'all get that information from? Thank you, Step C Corb. I've responded to this. Thank you. Love 211215. Hey girl, she shouldn't have been allowed to do that. Now that baby's gonna be born with a medical condition that who knows how much is gonna cost for the rest of their life. That's a burden she's placing on someone else. It absolutely is. And that's why I found just so fucking disgusting. Thank you for this. Thank you. Yeah, no, it really like, and even looking at her was making me upset. Like, I was like, oh my God, you sick bitch. Dina Dean, thank you, love. And he's racist as fuck. He did something to will.i.am too. I have to look it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. Like to me, he's like the example of like where the racist gays, you know, like there's always a group of racist white people. He's one of those. They're nasty little bitches, aren't they? Just nasty little bitches. Like, oh my God, you know, shouldn't getting all that dick make you happy? Why are you still unhappy? Make it make sense. Anyway, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thanks for coming today. I had fun. I hope you did. I'm gonna go. You guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Ooh Ladies First panel will be on Niecy's channel. Yes, on Niecy's channel. We'll see y'all there.